issues. I honestly don't know what was going on earlier. I recorded the video. I recorded a test for the video, as I usually do, completely fine. And then it come round to the main video, and we're speaking like an hour's worth of recording, and no, the audio was OBS, right? Little rant start off the stream. Don't worry, we'll be getting into the exclusive New York Comic Con LEGO Spider-Man Sandman Attacks polybag. I think it's called the Sandman Attacks. There's a bit of information I will cover in just a second, but OBS, has anyone got any alternatives? There's no alternative, is there? OBS is fun. It is fun. With the microphone I'm using, it's fine on any other device. Plug it into OBS. Sometimes it's a little quiet, sometimes it's a little loud. I don't think it helps. These streams, I go back and sometimes I'll get some clips from them. I've been using them videos recently, and they're so much quieter than when they were live. So I guess that just means you're going to have to catch these streams live. And yes, the poly bag. So this bag right here contains the pieces for the New York Comic Con unreleased. Knew I was forgetting something. It's an unreleased poly bag. So this poly bag is technically not an official set, and it hasn't yet been accepted into most LEGO database records, not official LEGO database records, but any of the sites we use online. I don't think LEGO would give us access to the real deal. Could you imagine all the hidden sets that never came out? This is Spider-Man 65382220 Sandman Attacks, which was likely planned. This is just a rumored set right now. Let's get the pieces out. This is just a rumored set. I know I've got it here in person. Goodbye envelope. It's likely planned to have been given away at New York Comic Con until it was cancelled, allegedly by LEGO. We will never know, but we have seen tons, and I mean tons, of these being given away on eBay, on Marketplace. 56 pieces, I think it was, and they haven't been seen anywhere else except for like people buying them and then eventually doing reviews, showing them off in videos. No doubt this will be a video by, I don't know, a couple of days time. I have to see if I can fit it into the schedule, but I do want to build this, so let's crack this open despite the bag not having a Ziploc seal. I think that should be an illegal technique. I think LEGO legal techniques. I do think LEGO should have Ziploc seals on all of their bags. It kind of makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it's some environmental factor that LEGO have started doing them without. I know if you only order one piece, you are guaranteed from replacement bricks or through Pab to get a non-Ziploc one. Maybe they only have Ziploc bags for bigger orders. Technically, it would be a little more plastic, but we're talking about a plastic brick company here. Surely they can spare the expense. This poly bag is an exclusive. I'm not going to say it's hard to find because all of the pieces used in this are common. No exclusive elements. As far as I'm aware, even the Spider-Man is, yeah, the Spider-Man looks as common as any of the other ones. Though I will say, does Spider-Man, oh yeah, Spider-Man does have arm printing. I should have looked at the piece in front of me, but it's cool. It would have been nice to have got a Sandman minifigure, because if you've watched the Marvel magazine where we got a duplicate of Green Goblin, I am trying to collect a few of the other minifigures that I don't yet have, and Sandman is on the list. So that is one minifigure that I'm going to have to pick up. Hopefully we get Sandman in a cheap set, because maybe even a poly bag. Not next year's poly bag. We already know most of the 2026 poly bags. We've got, just to name a few, a City hot rod car. That's going to be fun. Ninjago has Ninja Cole's car. Star Wars has a TIE Advanced mini build. Again, that seems like a TIE Fighters are common. We got a Millennium Falcon this year. TIE Fighter Advanced last year for the UCS set. But I wonder if this one scales to the alleged Star Destroyer that we're meant to be getting. A cute Easter Bunny, that's going to be a fun one. Dumbledore's office with Harry would be a cool way to get Dumbledore, because Dumbledore's featured in, I think there was like a rebuild 2-in-1, 3-in-1 Hogwarts castle that came with Dumbledore. And then we've got Batman Bruce Wayne and the Batsuit. Hopefully 2 minifigures. Could be really nice if they include a weapons rack with a few weapons in it, and then the Batsuit kind of closes in. That might be asking a little too much from the pieces. Minecraft's getting Alex's Campfire Conflict, and the only other one we have a name for is 30725, Spider-Man versus Anti-Venom Heist. Okay, this is weird because this year's polybag, let's get it up on lego.com, Lego Marvel Venom's Museum Robbery 30707. 36 pieces, just less than this, though it did come with really nice armor, and I believe we did attempt to build this earlier in the year, probably even taking a look at the original set it was based off, Spider-Man 40343, Spider-Man and the Museum Break-In Booster Pack, which looks a lot like that polybag, and I'm sure the Anti-Venom polybag is going to be the same, but I didn't pick up the mech, which is how you could get Anti-Venom this year. Also included, hold on, where else was Anti-Venom? Anti-Venom minifigure, the new one, has come in 2 sets. The Spider-Man mech versus Anti-Venom, 76308, and Lego Peter Parker's Pickled Peppers. Peter Parker's Apartment, set 76317. That's a tongue twister and a half, which featured some really nice pieces. I do like the little Marvel modulars, the superhero modulars. We need that in Star Wars. And the Hobgoblin as well, with that fire element for the hair. That's needed on a Ghost Rider. I think we're getting a new Ghost Rider set in 2026. So no doubt it will probably be featured on that. But let's get to building this. We went off on a little tangent there. Anti-Venom's going to be a great minifigure to get. I think Dumbledore or Harry Potter could be nice minifigures, dependent on them, though we have a load of those in Harry Potter. And Alex's Campfire Conflict, probably going to be same old. Speaking of, I have recorded a video, so it'll be coming out some point I think early next week. We did pick up the polybags from Smith's today. We do have Alex's Lush Cave Fight, and then Toad, in brackets, Pit Crew. So maybe we can build, the Mario Kart one's mine, Minecraft one is my fiance's, and we've already taken a look at the Minecraft one. Great build and quite a nice design. But let's get building the Sandman hand. Never thought I'd be building this on a stream. The Hand of Sandman. It's a really good idea. I would have loved a Sandman minifigure, maybe to have like a giant sand castle. This is going to get morbid. A giant sand castle, and then to have the Sandman figure in the background from, I think it might even be a deleted scene from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. And it's a deleted scene maybe, but it's where Sandman at the end goes to visit his daughter some point in the movie, and it's a really emotional scene, but I don't remember exactly where that's coming from. Seems to be a fairly straightforward build. Because the set hasn't officially come out, I'm using a photograph of these Lego instructions. Hello there, Moonshoes, welcome to the stream. And there's a glare right across the middle of the page, which is fairly annoying because it means I can't see the first step, the third step, the sixth step, the 11th step. And thankfully it doesn't continue onto the other page. And in a second, once we have finished with the polybag, we are going to move on to making the Clone Walker Battle Pack a UCS set. I'm excited for that. Building my very first set, and we will be using the ATST as a model base. It's already got the legs built, makes sense, rather than building the Death Star and trying to get the same from that. Hello there, Charalampos. Hello there, Anthony. Welcome. Everyone's rolling in. I do, going forward, want to do more little builds at the start of streams, just to give people time to, you know, be alerted. I know YouTube's notifications aren't all that. I'm on the other end of that usually. Oh, ball joint. Oh, this is like the rarest piece in the entire polybag, and it's not rare. I do think maybe Spider-Man. Maybe Spider-Man's dual molded legs. I don't know how common they are, but there's a load of common pieces. In fact, I might want to make a little change with some of the elements used, because for Sandman, there's not a lot of, well, there is a lot of tan. I can't say there's not a lot of tan. Most of the pieces in front of us are in the tan color, but there's a lot of gray, a lot of nougaty, dark tan, even dark gray pieces to form the palm of the hand. Maybe this is smart. Actually, I was gonna say like it's not as good. Oh no, where's the giant dome piece? I checked, the parts were here earlier. Did I leave it in the bag? No, did it come out in the bag? Oh. This is going to be a long stream, chat. I've already placed it down. It's already on the build. Oh no, I'm going crazy. That's it. I've lost it. Oh dear. All right, I think that's all we've got of the base so far. Let me stand it up for you so you can see. Fairly simple. And that will connect to Sandman's palm, which we're building here, I guess. Connection on a ball joint, which is fairly secure. And then for the fingers, we're using bar and clip elements. Did I ever try and build a Jedi Temple Order 66 mock? I am working on it. All right, it's still in the development stage. Like, it is so far out, but I come up with a few more ideas for it today. When I do a Jedi Temple mock, which I've already done one. I have already done a Jedi Temple mock that includes Order 66. What else? We did Clone Wars. We have the prequels. We like Phantom Menace, as well as Attack of the Clones. We have nods to Young Jedi Adventures, and Tales of the Jedi as well. Yeah, we have nods to all of that in the mock. It was built in a similar style to the Yavin playset, but I do want to revisit that and make a like UCS, or at the very least Master Builders Jedi Temple, and it's sounding good. Only sounding good at the minute. It's still in its design phase, but the more I add to it, I feel like the better it's going to be. You can't say that with everything, but in this case, it's looking to be really good. Am I? 1, 2, yeah. And then stud knuckles. Okay, this is kind of actually looking good, if I'm honest. Do I have... Oh, we can come back to that. I think if LEGO were to make a Jedi Temple, it should be in the same style as the X-Men Mansion, or the Daily Bugle, or what else? Something like that, like a full-on temple of a build, rather than trying to cut corners. Trying to give us a Yavin playset, which worked for Yavin. The Yavin playset was really good. We saw that in the sales. Literally, the set was so good, everyone was buying it. It went on sale after a month, didn't it? It was, I feel like it was a £120 set. Might have been a little cheaper than that. And it was below £100 within a month and a week or two. Within a month and a little bit. We'll say 6 weeks. Definitely within 6 weeks. It was already sub 100, which is nuts for a set that's usually a pretty pricey set. Not cheap. Am I missing a stud? Where am I missing? No. Why do I have... Oh, no, I am. The knuckles built on the thumb. There we go. Now, nice little sand castle and a crab. Very weighted to one side, this. And then I felt like we could have used a bit of water in this bucket. After all, how else is the sand castle meant to hold itself together? As the hand pop down, just like that. Just like that. There's not a lot of mobility to the hand because of how it's connected down. It is very much just there for Spider-Man to stand in front of. And LEGO want us to use, well, LEGO would have. I get that this isn't a polybag that had actually made it to a set. Wrong drawer. Hello there, Bluefire. But if this would have been a set, LEGO would have wanted us to use these grey fingers. You know what? I just might use the grey ones to start off with. But I do want to replace those with tan fingers, because I feel like the tan bricks are just going to look better on the ends of the Sandman hand. I don't see how grey ones, like there's tan pieces in the LEGO arsenal. Quite cool fingernails if you are building a big Sandman. And I don't know if this hand is nicked from any other Sandman builds. As far as I know, it's not. Last. Oh no, one more. But it's odd that LEGO haven't gone with more tan and dark tan elements for this display. I feel like there are a lot more, especially the hinges. Especially the hinges could have been a few more tan colours. And then Spider-Man just stands on the front, unaware that he's about to be gobbled up by the fist of sand belonging to Sandman, which is a minifigure I don't own. Hello there, LEGO Bricks. Welcome to your very first Master Mouldie stream. That is something to be recognised. Oh, let's get all of these away. Had to nick another. And this is the New York Comic Con exclusive Spider-Man polybag. There we go. Not a bad build. I mean, you're getting this for free at the end of the day. Quite a nice few tan pieces there. But I still think the Sandman fingers would look so much better using the tan snot bricks, which is still reigning champion, my favourite LEGO element. Already I am seeing the vision, and the vision's looking good. If we're giving them tan tips to the ends of the fingers, it just makes sense to go with the tan rounded off snot bricks. I don't know why LEGO have gone grey. Maybe there is a part restriction. Actually, is tan even in... I know I've got a few tan pieces, but is tan even in the pool of LEGO bricks? Maybe that's why. I notice with a lot of elements, the LEGO only can make so many different elements every single year. Let's add these two. There we go. There's a few tan ones in there. Add these to my bag of snot bricks. Yes, more. And so many of these are still on like the remainders of various Star Wars mocks that I'm still yet to part out. But it looks so much better with the tan fingers. Look at that around Spider-Man. Can we center them? That doesn't feel very centered around Spider-Man. Well, I guess that's the closest we're going to get to centering it. Nice little display. Maybe this got pulled because superheroes, which LEGO do see as more or less one theme. Wrong t-shirt to wear. Spider-Man is completely camouflaged in it. Superheroes did also get an exclusive Batman foil trading card pack. A lot better than paper stickers, that's for sure, especially for a collector's item. Keep that there. And Batman with the new LEGO game. It makes sense that that was taking the spotlight, so they probably pulled the Spider-Man one. I guess this was probably a backup if the Batman game wasn't ready to have been announced by New York Comic Con. I don't know what they would have done for the 3 Batmobile LEGO sets coming out in the new year. And I'm sure the Batwing's got something to do with the LEGO Batman game. Now that we've got that out of the way, we'll keep that over to the side. Ooh. Try and keep that in focus. And start work on the mock, which is my very first LEGO set. Let me bring that out. This one down here, I keep it on display at pretty much all times. You just can't see it down there. This is the LEGO Clone Walker, battle pack, which is set number 8014. Hopefully I got that at least close, if not spot on. I think I should remember it. Comes with 4 Phase 1 Clone Troopers. Yes, please, LEGO. A remake of this next year. I don't want to wait until 2028 to get a 20th anniversary of the very first LEGO set that I picked up. I have built... I still don't think I've built a set that goes back beyond 2008. At least not the actual set, if that makes sense. I have built the land speeder that came out way before it in 2000 and something with Luke, a smaller scale of land speeder using one of the newer land speeder Luke playsets that have come out in, you know, 10 years ago. We got a whole wave of them. And this is minifigure scale as well, which is the same as the very first LEGO set. So LEGO quickly moved away from minifigure scale to make better sets. But today we're going to turn this little guy right here into... All right, let's hope I've got the right camera angle for this. What do you think, chat? Will it fit on screen? Place your bets now. Let's get rid of the custom UCS display. Master Mouldie ATST. Let's get this. Oh. And we'll be turning the little playset into a UCS size. Ignore the missing turret on the right side of the head. We don't need those pieces. Into a UCS size playset. Effectively, it's still going to have a few play features. This set is technically an AT-ACT, which has a few more weapons and the second seat on the back. By the way, if you want to get your clone trooper standing on the side, the hands do clip around the bar elements in the Technic bricks. Really handy to display minifigures, not just in the old sets, but there's also quite a few new sets. Actually, the brand new Clone Battle Pack, Clone and Droids, 322nd Star Corps Battle Pack also has a similar thing going with the legs, so you can display that there. We're going to keep that just on screen for inspiration. And because they are both 2-legged walkers, this is a chicken walker and much, much bigger. I don't know the exact scale. Once we've finished building it, we can check that out. The only thing we're going to need to remove is the head, which, just to remind you, was held on by one axle and a Lego tire. This was the connection between the head. I still don't know how that worked. It's heavily relying on the rubber tire. It's defying physics, that's for sure. And yeah, I can't explain it. All the numbers in the world could not explain it. Little hidden detail we didn't see in the set. That's the handle to many F1 cars. Or the halo to the micro one, I think it was. To the little collectible race cars. But that means we don't need the legs of the AT, soon to be RT. Maybe we'll build an AT-ACT if we can manage it with the parts. But today's stream, the next couple of hours, will be dedicated to turning this AT-ST head into something that looks completely different. The angles are not going to be the same, and hopefully there are enough parts in this set to really build an AT-RT. It's open as well, so that's going to be a big, big plus compared to trying to get like a roof to work not in this shape. And we should be able to free these rubber pieces. I don't like using them like that. It stretches them out over time. I would consider that an illegal technique, would you not? An illegal technique? If a Lego rubber element is stretched over time, I feel like that should be illegal. So I'm happy to be taking those off. And it should be fairly easy to remove the panels. How? Oh, I remember how we got these in. So let's, if you are trying to break down the AT-ST as well, this is a great video to watch. Let's remove the axle in the back. This should give us the leeway to pull it right out. Come on, all the way. Let's try not to explode it. And if we do, let's explode it over the desk. Oh, that would make things a lot easier, wouldn't it? Popping off the top. There's an axle in the back here, which I don't know if that will help. Now we've pulled off the top, maybe the axle can just stay in, and we'll do the same to the back. What's it held in with? Snot bricks? Brackets? It feels like it's just brackets. Panel 2, already gone. And then, oh yeah, the axles at the bottom. Like the modification we made to the Republic gunship, add in the Technic connectors onto the long axle and pulling that off. Panel number 3, panel number 4. This time that one does have the turret. Don't remember what I used the other one for. And then, this one's going to be a pain because there's a lot of Technic bricks that are built into there. So we might just have to pull that down. But we have a good idea of scale with these seats. I think these seats are tiny. I don't think these are going to be a good idea of scale. They might be. They might be a decent idea. I also think whilst we've got the legs back up, we can remove this box off the back, use those bricks towards something on the top, and that seems to be it for pulling it apart. Maybe could have done with a little dusting before the stream. All right, back down there you go. I also like the ATST. The legs on it are slightly spread. Look at that. The legs are slightly pointed outwards, which is similar to the ATRT, the ATACT, and probably all other two-legged walkers. I don't know if you realize when you're, say, standing on a train and you have your legs together in single file, you wobble around a bit, spread them out a little, and you balance a lot better, which was handy to know. My many great trips to London still use that to this day. So if you didn't know that, you're welcome. Helpful information always comes out of these streams. Whether we realize it or not, that's a different thing. I was hoping to keep a lot of this frame similar to how it is now. But the more I build, the more I'm realizing it would be better if we just broke it down and started afresh, rather than trying to use the basis of an ATST. I just don't think this is going to help us in the long run because the heads look nothing alike. We'll keep a lot of the tiles and bits on the tray. Try and minimize the mess we make today. Ooh. Right. And then maybe the Technic bricks will add some structural integrity to our builds, because we're going to be needing a lot of that, if you know what I mean. Any of you who've built a UCS set, you'll know there's a lot of, especially a lot of structure, a lot of security to my new UCS, especially these black pins. These ones here. Hello there, Vaughn. There's so many of these in any UCS set. Today, we've just built the New York Comic Con exclusive, unreleased Spider-Man poly bag, which, how much is it going for? We never checked. And now we are turning the UCS ATST, which is what these panels are from, into a UCS ATRT. You remember that Bionicle one that LEGO were going to release and then didn't? Well, this is like the older brother of that. Hello there, Nick Man. Spiderman. Oh, I butchered that. There we go. We got the number 6538220. If you did want to Google this at home, I know the numbers are a lot easier than typing out a long-winded title, especially if the set in question is the time machine from Back to the Future. Oh, hold on. What do you mean, no results? All right, let's have a look on here then. They've just been purged from the internet. No results. I literally just had one of them up because it had the image of the instructions that we used. No result. Like, even if all of them have been sold, there's bound to be a few people that have just parted out the set and are trying to sell it. What do you mean, no? We've only been streaming for half an hour, and in that half an hour, all existence of this polybag has been purged from the internet. No. That's not right. What am I typing? Have I got the number wrong? 6538220. No, I got the number right. Huh. Well. What do you know? Oh, hold on. I haven't checked. Okay, let me have one last look. No. 29 different elements though. The price of the polybags, £8 for 97% of the items. Or the highest it goes for new right now is £12.58. But that's broken into parts. Why doesn't it not exist? What if I put no, still nothing. No. Genuinely, there were like several listings. There were a lot of listings and it's now gone. That is very weird. Okay, well, I guess that's been purged from the internet. Lucky to those of you that saw it. I'm gonna have to probably publish that as a video now then. Where's it gone? Lego, don't strike us down. Oh, there we go. You've made a Jedi Temple's Order 66 mock as well. Nice. Nice. So this is the UCS AT-ST. And we're keeping the legs for the AT-RT. It makes sense to use those. And it also means that I'll be able to build it hopefully in the next couple of hours. And should I be taking this much apart or should I be using more of this? Oh, that's the question. Because maybe I'll take it all apart as I'm this far already. Because the AT-RT has a similar head makeup. So similar legs. Very different head makeup. Very different. Different makeup companies. And it'll take a bit of time. How we're redesigning the legs. Well, I'm sure we won't need that element. We usually do. So this is the base of our legs. Right here, we do need some technique just to hold this middle bit together because we don't want the head falling apart. But the AT-RT, it has a few pieces. Actually, the turret of the AT-ST is perfect for the little antennas at the back. So let's just pull both of those off. One of them needs to be longer than the other. So we'll play around with a few of the Technic pieces, holding those in. I think the best way to do it is to add like a stopper in the middle. Yes, and then we can connect it to a snot brick. So there's one antenna. The other one needs to be shorter. How are we going to work this? We could flip it. I don't know if this is going to be shorter or if it's just going to be thinner. Oh wow, it actually makes it longer. What? How have we just scienced that? How's it made it longer with one less piece? Hello there, Alfie. What's the best way to hide a Lego set in plain sight or in a bigger Lego set? As we saw with the cruises, the small cruise almost fit in the big one, which is still on display. Is that what that is? Yeah. This little white stripy thing. If you're trying to hide it from someone that will be around the room, I think maybe at like the back of a shelf or behind drawers, or just stand up a Lego base plate in front of it. Cover it in Lego base plates. Make it blend in with the wall. Not that that one does. Probably the easiest way to go about it. Let's stick with black pins for now. We don't want to overcomplicate it because we don't know where we're going to want pins on the outside. And then we'll reinforce it. And that is a nice solid base. But we could do better. We can do solider, surely. The ATRT, I'm thinking if this is upscaled, the ATRT is almost the height, just over the height of a minifigure. From our reference set here, it's almost the height of a minifigure, the legs. But our Captain Rex, imagine we can get Captain Rex on it. Our Captain Rex Big Fig is just taller than the legs. So we don't want it to fit a Big Fig on top. We want it to be probably, this is 12 studs wide, this Captain Rex. Quite a wide clone. No offense, Rex. 12 studs. We're probably looking for about 8. 2/3 of that. So we don't want the full 12. Maybe 8 studs. Oh, nice. That's a great birthday present. Hopefully your dad's not watching this stream. Surprise! Oh, that would be funny for me. I still don't know how we science this. Well, if we've scienced it, we might as well science it all the way. Oh no, that's what we've just done. Huh. Do we have a shorter bar element? I think we did have a shorter bar. The fun part, trying to get the Technic pins out of the bars or vice versa. Yes, we do have a shorter bar element. It's going to be a pain in the bum to remove from this knot brick. Might need some of that t-shirt grip. Oh, first time. Because that won't stick out the top. So that will just be the shorter piece, and we might as well bring that snot brick in. I wonder if these are too small antennas. Depends how big it's going to be. We do have axles as well. Lucky he's out. Isn't big on Christmas, I suppose. Birthday next month. Yeah, Christmas is quite soon after. I'm happy to have my birthday the other end of the year, so it does feel like 2 birthdays in a sense. I know Christmas isn't exactly celebrating my birthday, but it's still a time for gifts and seeing everyone. Don't forget the green brick. When we built the ATST, we did add the green brick into the leg. So our work is cut out for us, but I might add another green brick into the top because we do have the green bricks on the back of the ATACT, which is going to be used heavily as a reference today. This brick is not coming out. Maybe a brick separator will do it. Oh no, a brick separator is going to pop off the inside of the brick before it does anything. Let's not do that. Let's keep our bricks very much intact. And I could try a screwdriver. This is barely a legal technique. If they've wheeled it, did I try pulling it? Did I try pulling it? Or did I just automatically go to other ways to pop it out? Because that was real easy anyway. Yeah, not an illegal technique. You should have tried that first time. Did I try pulling it? It did. It started with the leg, the green bricks. 1966. What was... Oh. The big one. I think my partner's dad has the big 1966 Batmobile. Because I've seen that somewhere. I forgot about the little one. That's cool figures. What's the big man? What's the big man? What's the big man come with? The big... Oh, a slightly more detailed minifigure is that. Is it, or is it the same? It looks crisper. But I think it might be the same. Oh, it's got the rubber cape. Oh, that's cool. That might be an exclusive rubber cape as well. The little one does look like it's screaming out illegal. It's a bit too smooth in a bit too many places. What are the illegal techniques, perhaps? Hello there, Dominic. Welcome to the stream. For the sides, the AT-RT has predominantly... It's got two sides. It's then got the front, which is very different to the AT-ST. Is it very different? It's got two angles to it, so that's going to be Technic. And we can remove these sides. Don't need no windows, don't need no eyes. Come back! It's got the front panel. We should have a reference image. Let me get one up. For an AT-RT. I'm not using that Lego set. Yeah, it's got... I guess it doesn't really have sides to it. We can expose as much Technic as we can. We've got the front. Doesn't look too bad for this. But that would be a big AT-RT because then we'd need the same size panel on top. It's about... It's just under like half... It's about the top stretch of a leg, which is flipped on this. So we could probably flatten this down to without the eyes. Oh, look how easy that was, by the way. Just pop off the top and voila. That's going to be the first one, and we'll flatten out the top bit. Maybe even remove these tiles. If we've got a 2x6, we've got a 2x6, we might as well use the thing. Oh, what did I drop? Nothing. Oh, it was a 1x3. I'm telling you, I need guardrails on this desk. Maybe if I pushed in the keyboard, I'd be able to hide it a bit better. Pull something great. A Jada Toys Rick and Morty diecast figure. Ooh. Ooh, a nice find. Are we getting another season of that, or is that like gone now? Because I know there are a lot of problems with it. I think that's gone, is it? I just realized I'd never heard any more on it, and I assume that was it. I don't know if I've even watched the last season. There might have been another one. I'll have to catch up on that. Imagine a Lego set. That has been submitted for Lego Ideas, and I think either the spaceship or the house has actually hit 10k at one point. I remember seeing that in a 10k submission. So here's the front. Oh, it's got the little lines and everything. Do we have a dark grey tile to go over it? No, not a lot of dark grey on the AT-ST, is there? Oh, we can always recolor it in post. Here is the front panel. Just for size wise, I might also straighten out the two sides. But we can add, if we use Technic, we can add a side post here that will stick out a little. Using these pieces and the two sides that we've just pulled off. How would this work? Kinda complicated. I think if we get rid of the brick in the middle, that'll make it a lot easier. At least in terms of what we want for it. And I don't know if we can use these sides. You stay in there. We don't want the spinny brick either. That's not going to be very handy. I don't even think we'll want it on the entire build. I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm not going to part it back out. And we should switch up the feet a little bit. We'll see how much time we've got left. There we go. The next stream, just for any of you wondering, whilst I'm thinking on it, when did I say the next stream would be? I've penciled in a stream for Monday. Yeah, the Monday should be all right. It's going to be a very interesting one about what's happening tomorrow. I will leave it at that. It's kind of got like two fins on the side, and then this also goes up. Oh, that's gonna put a spanner in the works. We want this to go up to the next layer and not get in the way. So these two do match, but this comes down too much. We need this going the opposite way. Maybe this would work. How easy is it to pull off that last layer? Does not look like it's going to be easy at all. So this would work and would also give us space to add. Maybe we flip the angle. That there. We'll set that one lower down. Yes, okay. That would look good. And then what we'd do is, rather than trying to keep this wall flat, this is the front, and this would be wonky, right? We just got to mount this above the turret that we've now destroyed, but we have a few other elements we can use. The turret is really short, sharp, and spiky. So I want to get that into this. B1 shawl, which is so emotional. Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out after. As soon as I heard, my partner showed me the audio for that. As soon as I heard it, that's all I could picture. I couldn't get it out of my head. And then making the upscaled cruise was the perfect moment. If you don't know what we're talking about, go check it out. The B1 Battle Droid short posted recently. It had to be done, hadn't it? Ooh, we can get a nice little turret. I feel like the turret, though, is also hanging down very close to the base. Like it drops down. This is, rather than it being up here, it's dropped down and is almost countersunk. So, I can hear the cogs in my head churning. Maybe we move these bricks forward and we lock this in with a middle chunk. One of these. I'd have to put a load more plates on it. Yeah, at least one or two. I knew that, probably 2 plates. I knew that from the Mythosaur skull that we've recently put together. Because that, well, I needed quite a few plates to stand up on the display plate that I built for it in the end. Oh, yes. But there we are. That will give us the angle we want, and everything else can more or less be built at some sort of right angle. These are perfect. I think the rest of it just makes itself. I do think the rest of the AT falls into place. These black pins are going to come in so handy. Not just diecast figures, the cars as well. Add that to the list. If we're very patient, who knows, they might get around to them. Yeah, that's exactly. Once you see one short, the rest of the shorts you see are all the same. Which is the same with I also recorded a short for tomorrow. I think the future of shorts on this channel are just going to be that energy. I'm going to keep mirroring that. They're so fun to make. They're harder to make, and they take a few more You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how hard they are to make, but totally worth it in the end. And there's plenty more of them. Plenty more to come. Come across a small Lego and card shop and they overcharge so much. Had the 8080 from 2014 for £100 used. What's the 2014 one? Let me get that up. I'm seeing the skinny one, the not many. Okay, it's not the one, it's the one after the one I was picturing. But still, maybe not £100. It's, according to Google, selling from £1.91. I wonder if that's like a broken Snow Trooper helmet, maybe. Hello there, Tommy. Today we're turning the UCS ATST into a UCS AT-RT. So this is the cockpit so far. We're just building the foundation for all of the panels, which I think we already have 1 or 2 panels. We'll be modifying as we go. Yeah, the AT-AT is very popular in terms of... Oh no, these are all re-uploads. I'm looking, people are doing reviews in like 2020, 2024. Never mind. Amazon have it listed. Oh, it's got to beat 100. If Amazon doesn't beat £100, I will be disappointed. Amazon have it listed for... I thought it's 200. 257 is the last playset. 243. Oh, what? No one's paying that. That's why it's listed so high. What's the market rate for it? The 2014 AT-AT is selling for... Oh no one's selling it. Has my internet dropped out or something? What do you mean no one's selling it? All right, let's go to Brick Owl. We like that. One person's selling it for 135. It's not selling for that. What's it selling for? It's selling for £99, as low as £43. Used is... Oh, that was of all time. Recently it sold for 66, which is a lot closer. But people are spending new sealed like £200 on this set. But you can pick up the newer AT-AT. Is there something we're not missing? We're not getting 60, 70, 95. That one's not sold as well. These are ones that haven't sold. They've been listed for months. So yeah, £100 a bit of a reach. Seen them for 70, 80. Yeah, that's about right. Having a quick scroll through the internet, the ones that really aren't selling. I mean, like I say, it has sold for £200. Maybe there was something in it. Yeah, I don't see why, if it's selling for 66, it would have sold for 200. Maybe there was a scare at some point. Maybe this is closer. Let's have a look at the... Oh, it only goes up to 2 years. So it doesn't tell us anything before that. And yeah, £54 is the cheapest. No, 43 is the cheapest ever. £54 the cheapest in the last 6 months. Only 2 have sold though. Oh, that's easy then. 2 have sold. One of them was £54. One of them was 95. Total value. Oh, I'm reading the wrong numbers. Yeah, £54, £95, not 100. Oh, it does suck. I've got a few like secondhand stores near me, and they're not just Lego sets. They're similar to the one that we went to in April, and they're toy stores. But the upmarked prices are so high. They've got the same sets in every single time we check it out. They're not moving anywhere. I'll be intrigued if we do go back to the April one, if they'll still have the gunship, and I think it was like a Hellfire droid. I can't remember the other set, but if they still have both of those, because they were expensive as well. They weren't cheap. I think Lego isn't cheap, but it's also not that expensive. Thankfully it's not. Maybe this was off the turret, wasn't it? Yeah, there's a few of these on the turret. Oh, so let's get one of these on the back. Might as well fill the gap as well. Get a second one. Am I pushing it? Yeah, definitely pushing it. Although it works. That works. And then we'll get another one of these for the smaller. Right now, there we go. Now they're looking a bit more professional. And this is for the back of the ATRT, which we'll be building up with as many bricks as we can get our hands on. Maybe not bricks. Maybe we'll be using Technic instead to give it that raise, because we've got some pretty big Technic bricks or Technic bars. We can have that at a slight angle if need be. How wide is it going to stick out? I think this is where we add it back to the legs and start to test. Yeah, that's a decent size. And then we can add like the 1x6s on top. Let's stand this up down here. And then as I work on it, there we go. As I work on it, it's not going to tower over me. And then if this is that big, it can't turn. Will it hit? Yeah, it's definitely going to hit the legs. The turret is meant to be in line with the bottom of this. So that works for the base. Do you need to be turned around? Yeah, you're more secure backwards. I'm not going to question it. If it works, it works. A Wally themed Chevy pickup truck. That's cool. Yeah, it is rent for them. No deliveries. Yeah, they add the delivery into the sets, which also I do think goes against them. I don't think it ever helps when a store does markup, because I understand they're catering to people that don't usually pick up that sort of set. I do think they're catering to the parents, the grandparents, to pick up those sort of sets, because I don't see many LEGO fans picking it up. Oh, we're gonna have to work some magic here. I don't see many LEGO fans picking it up. And then on top of that, they've also got, no, this is going to look too ATST. We're going to have to rework this. A bit like LEGO have recently. Hello there, Fernando. ATP is coming out next year. Oh, yes. That'd be nice. 3 guesses to guess who you are. I have no idea. Under a new account. If I have 3 guesses, let's hope for the security of this stream. Are you LEGO coming to shut us down for pulling down a UCS set? Oh, nice. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully, prices can still be fairly affordable. I think there definitely needs to be some sort of upmarking of the prices, especially considering the fact that these aren't just parted out sets. These are the real deal, sealed in box that has got to have some weight to it. Otherwise, you know, that whole market starts to slide at that point. And that's not what we want for LEGO. Oh, reinforced, maybe. Just need the turret under there. It does look odd without it. Where did we put? Was this the turret? It's a little small. Ooh. How many? There's also 2 turrets on a technicality. Kind of 2 turrets. Not really 2 turrets, but kind of 2 turrets. Hello there, Keyrock, welcome. Channel member in the stream. Oh, Owen, Alien Conquest mock builder. I see. Hello there, Corey, welcome. And then what was I going to do with this? I had a few. We need like a axle connector, and there are so many pin connectors, but we don't have an axle connector, do we? We'll have to make something work. Ooh. So we can technic our way to the little bar. I think this is going to be the little turret coming out underneath. So this is the little turret. And then we need a longer turret on top. Yes, I'll be honest, the Alien Conquest completely gave it away. I've been enjoying those builds. View, it's affordability, but also making a profit. Yeah, you do want to value the customer's return in. Having a slight, not a premium, but having that slight extra bit does kind of keep just everyone away. You don't want people taking advantage and buying sets cheap to then sell for more money. So you do want that loyalty premium almost. And then I guess it goes both ways. They buy at a slightly higher price, but know that the quality's there. Know that the sets they're getting are, you know, as good as you can find. But at the same point, sometimes cheaper sets get people in the door, especially at the start. A lot of the businesses I'm talking about are just local ones. They only have the one store. And I think if they could get more people in the door, not that they could branch out. Most businesses don't want to branch out. They just want to, you know, pay for a holiday a year. But it would be nice to see more people using local businesses rather than just ordering online. I'm done with paying for delivery. We do need a Lego Robocop car. That would be cool. Being doxed. Oh dear. That's not good. Hopefully you've sorted that all out. Let's see. I should be able to attach. If I get a plate in the middle, we can attach the turret. But we could also fit. Now I kind of want to rework what we've just done, because it would be cool to fit the. Oh no, we can still do it. Fit a turret that moves, like mount a moving turret. I think we could do it left, right. Does the ATRT move up and down? It doesn't seem to, based on the image I've got. It doesn't have any room to move up and down. It seems to just be sat there. And yeah, sat there. It seems to be sat there. Not doing much. Oh, how high? It's pretty tall. So, do we have any more pin connectors? Pin connect. Oh, wait. That's the perfect piece for the ATRT. That is the perfect piece on there. It's got the pipe in the middle. It covers the rest of it. And it allows us to spin it a little back and front. There we go. Not bad. And then it's looking down a little bit. Let's get that turret in. Ooh. We've got what we want this to hold it in, but then we want a turret coming underneath. What have we got? What have we got to work with? Come on, show me something good. I don't think Technic's gonna help us. I actually don't know. Oh, I tell you what will help us. This rubber piece. That will hold the bottom piece as well. And then we just need a connector. We are making moves. Could keep that one as is. That'd be all right. You have to be brutal, apparently. No, you don't have to be brutal. I think a lot of people do give that impression, because especially those of us that have been met with a brutal side of the Lego hobby. It's not always fun and games. I think it's easier to switch into that. But I think if you can be fun and fair, they're good words. If you can be fun and fair, you'll get a army of customers behind you, and then, you know, everyone being brutal with their barely paying rent every month. You can laugh at them. Oh. I don't know if this is going to hold, but I'm hoping if we put the pin half in the connector, can I line it up with the light? You kind of see it. Half in the connector and half in the front. It holds. It holds. Oh wait, it's holding, but it's also rotating, which doesn't seem right. We are going to need to lock it in place. Have we got anything that will lock it in place? Oh, something that will turn also. And we can have like a counter. Oh, we could get fancy with this, you know. We could, let me rework this. The whole thing. Let me fix this up. Yes, that explains the bottom of it as well. We want you, that. Oh, I flipped it. Oh, this could work. You there. And then maybe another rubber one towards the end. Don't know about using both these rubber ones. Whole point was to make it seem like the rubber ones aren't there. Yeah, this'll do. Exactly what I'm thinking. And then the rubber one should provide enough support to stop them wobbling. And all of this will clip in with an extra piece on the back. How are we going to go about connecting this? Do we still have that 2-length bar? Yes. Because the 2-length bar is thinner than the pin, and that should give us a little bit of rotation. Ooh, I like this. This is, that's good. I do really like that. We had some slopes as well. Add little teeth. Can we give our ATRT some teeth? Yes. No. Oh, I haven't broken down the other plate. Is that where we got it off? Yeah. For Halloween and Halloween alone, we're giving our ATRT some teeth. It's got some bite. It's not a perfect connection. There's a little bit of wiggle on the inside, but look at that. That's the turret of the ATRT, and I think that's pretty well to scale. It's about the width of the legs, and it's functioning as well. It looks up and down, left and right, relaxes in a slight angled position so that we can get our side panels on, which will protect the driver, which will be sat in, you know, this area about 8 studs wide, didn't we say? So I might want to extend these out one. Let's increase the base. We want that back one spared. I don't know why the AT-RT in progress is still chilling on the side. Let's give it some more space. Wait, why is that so far off camera? Huh. I've been trying out some new camera angles recently. That'll be fine. I've been trying out some new camera angles recently. I quite like this one. This one gets the most of the desk space. I just haven't figured out where exactly it should be looking. Maybe if I spin the desk a little more and then I spin the camera. Yes, you can see more of the desk. That's better. What's in the way? What's this? Oh, it's leaning backwards. There we go. And then does this fit? Come on, say it's perfect. No. Why not? Why not? The other side fit. The other side fit perfectly. Why isn't it fitting? It should. Hey, there we go. It does fit. It was having me on. It fits. Oh no, we want... Oh yeah. Oh, he says. Only after it's too late and it's already been pinned in. We might as well use these Technic bars to... You know what? You're going back down there. You've been demoted from desk to littler desk. It's easier to work with. Nice. What is it to stream? What's the milestone? 1, 2. 1, 2. That's one thing I wish I did sooner. Stream. Because I spent so long on those early mocks. Like a lot longer than now, because I've picked up a few tricks that I can just jump straight into it, take down a UCS set and start building my own UCS set just out of practice. But that's one thing I wish I did sooner. Mind you, I don't think we could have done it too much sooner. Because I think last year early on, we hit how oh, we must have hit it might have even been the year before. I can't remember now. I can't remember. The last few years, even outside of YouTube, the last few years have just merged and I don't know what's what. Hello there, Archer. They have become a blur, and even when it comes to Lego builds, I couldn't guarantee many sets that have come out last year compared to 2023. I feel like 2024, 2023 is A and B. It's part 1 and part 2 of the same year in my mind, and I don't know why. Lots happened. Ooh, now where do we want the seat? We do have 2 seats that we could merge into 1 seat, but where would we want said seat? I feel like this is too far back. Do we need this brick on top? No. No, we don't. But do we have a plate that can be used instead? I think we do. It's round 1, no? Yeah, that'll work. That works fine. Just need some plates up the side, I think. Just to secure everything in place. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Was there... Oh no, it was a 4x4, an 8x4. Was there a 4x6? Was there? There was. It's 50 subs. That could be good in free time. Nice. Yeah, sometimes all you need is one video to catch a wave of YouTube, and it will just ride it out. Like that repo short. I did a little short building a repo character, which is kind of what I've gone back to now. And it was just a bit of fun. I was playing a lot of repo at the time, and made sense to just build a little guy, you know, to accompany us in those streams. And then it turns out that short hit like 1 million overnight, a few days later. Nuts. I still can't believe it. I still refuse to believe that ever happened. But, you know, proof is there. It happened. And I will never understand why, honestly. It'll forever be a mystery. No one understands the algorithm. I think that's one thing you can take from the algorithm. No one understands it. Don't worry if you don't understand something. No one else does. Well, someone must do. But that someone's probably a AI virtual assistant. UCS Falcon or Venator? Oh, it's got to be the Venator. It does have to be the Venator. Over time, I get both of them fragile as well. The Venator, both of them, if picked up, are fragile. They're display pieces. They're not meant to be, you know, waved around. But the ATST isn't going to fall apart if you try and pick it up from... Oh, we should have tried picking it up from the... I'm very happy we didn't try picking it up from the top. That could have gone horribly wrong. But yeah, it is a very fragile model, both of them. And the Falcon, I felt like, despite the Venator having no interior, it's so, you know, scaled down that it still doesn't really fit an interior, maybe a few studs here and there. But the Falcon is the perfect size for mini. It is minifigure scale to a 145. It's scaled up to the Slave one. That Slave one. And also the gunship was a bit bigger. I think the gunship was 130 scale. I'm trying to think of what other scales we've had in UCS sets. I don't know. Ah, those grey pieces I used, were they the elements we were attaching to the back? Did I whoopsie there? Or were we always using the light grey? Did I just assume that I would use the light grey? I think that's what happened. Oh, I'm not wrong. I am using the light grey, but I don't have much of a choice now. And then we need 6 studs. All right, I don't think we're going to need you. We could make use... Oh, that's a nice element in there. What's holding the wings of the mashup TIE Fighter together? Yeah, the gift with purchase use is different. It's a nice element. I'm going to put you away for a future mock. And then we're going to need like a 1x2. Come on. Yes. We have 1, therefore we have 2. That's the logic I'm going with today. It didn't work for the Mythosaur. We're going to make it work today. Nice catch. If there's 1, then there's 2. Or even better. Oh, no, because that's... Ah. Tricked myself. The thing is, the Falcon has a discount. Oh, the Falcon is bigger, isn't it? The Falcon's a £750 set. Not far off that in dollars. And the Venator is closer to 500. I think it's around that. Either way, a lot more expensive than this guy. how it's kind of like the A-Wing. This is the A-Wing's Imperial equivalent in UCS form, but how is this a UCS set? So cheap. £180. It's nice that they're making UCS sets affordable, am I right? Only £180 compared to the £400 Slave one in the back and the $1,000 UCS Death Star. That will never not be a lot of money. It does not matter how low the pound drops in the next coming decades. 1,000 will never not be a lot of money. And it's only going to increase when it retires. That's the crazy thing. The Death Star is going to be worth so much when it retires. You know what? If the Falcon and Venator were the same price, the Falcon is worth more. And we're not just speaking like minifigures. I love the fact that the Han and Leia in that have the mask from the Minot in Empire Strikes Back. The Leia could do with some improvements, like a gilet, if you are in the custom market. But the Falcon does have an interior. It's limited, and I'd want more. It does have an interior. I would probably convince myself Falcon for the same price, but as sets, Venator all day, every day. It's a tough choice. The Lightning McQueen Speed Champion or the Speed Champion DeLorean? That's the question I'm asking myself. Did I just pull apart our side panel? Whoops. That's the question, isn't it? Lightning McQueen or the DeLorean? I think the DeLorean's better. I really liked my version of McQueen, which was... Marty has a Gillet! He does! He does! Hands down DeLorean. Obviously, purely because of the Gillet. How I switched that up saying that twice. Yes, the delay definitely wins it. Have I ever had any headphones or earphones with noise cancelling? Yes. I don't like noise it depends on the noise cancelling, because you get the active noise cancelling that like blasts the opposite waves, which makes everything louder. It's not making the headphones louder, but like more sound waves, and it's overwhelming. But I don't know if these are noise cancelling, the headphones I use. I'll look into it and I'll get back to you. But these headphones are amazing. I don't know what headphones these are, so I will research that, and there'll be a post or a video out on them, because they are amazing, and they're half the price retail, half the price of the old headphones I used to use back in the day. Blew my mind. I got them as a gift, and that's why I don't know what headphones they are or how much they are precisely. I got them as a gift, and I had to have a little look. I got so attached to them over the last couple of days that I wanted to know how much they were, so that, you know, if they break, I can replace them. And when I found out they were half the price of my old headphones, I was shocked. I was shocked. They're a lot better quality. Well, if used correctly, I think the old headphones I had weren't technically, like, that's a headset. The old headphones I had were for my guitar. I could plug them straight into the guitar, use them that way. So they were good for that. But as other headphones, they were, yeah, they weren't perfect for what I needed, or what I need now, I think. Hey. That wire was getting a little in the way. How much does it hang down? Oh, perfect. Look at you. Look at that. The only thing I would add, I probably shouldn't aim this at myself. The only thing I would add to this is a 1x1 inverted tile into each of these corners. We could get away with a 1x1 plate. There's one of them. If I find a second one, I'm going to add 2 of those into it. But besides that, I don't think there's much else that can be done. Oh, there we go. Thank you. My headsets my headset is on speed dial for the chat. It's the Logitech G321. They are amazing. They go around your ear, so they muffle out a lot of sound. I don't get that playback. I don't know if there is a noise cancelling on them. They don't seem to. But the new AirPods today, and wow, it's so weird, but good weird. Oh, does that have the noise cancelling? I did used to use the Samsung version of those that had, it wasn't noise cancelling because of the same thing that doesn't sit well with my ears, but it had surround sound. I don't know how else to describe it. It had a setting on where it then made everything else, like you could hear the room even though the pods are in, and it like blocked out all the sound. I don't know how to put it, but that was a fun setting. Again, didn't really like it too much, but it was fun to play around with. I remember getting my first set of buds, and going from headphones to those is, the quality is absolutely insane. But I will say with these headphones, the reason I've gone to using these over buds is because it's got light speed, which, you know, Star Wars, jump to light speed in the Falcon, you put these on and suddenly you're just flying through light speed. Doesn't work that way, but what it means is there's no delay. And I don't know if AirPods have this now down. That sounds like something that Apple would be working on, but there's zero delay. Like even when I'm editing, I've tried it frame through frame. There is no noticeable delay between those headphones. It uses a specific Bluetooth connection. I don't know exactly what it is, but transparency, that was the buds. Yes, where you can hear the room. Built the Sandman hand that was meant to be at Comic-Con. Yes, it is. This is the unreleased one. It looks cool. We have swapped out the fingertips from the grey pieces. We built that at the start of the stream if you want to see how it's built as well, because we had a little look. We swapped these for the tan colours for the fingertips. It means I got 4 more for my collection, but we had a little look afterwards, and the listing at least I had on eBay had gone. It hasn't been sold it's no longer found, which meant I just copied and pasted the title into eBay, and I can't find any other sets under the same number. I don't know where it's gone. There was like a blip in the internet where the set just doesn't exist. It was on the Brick Owl database, but no one's selling it. There's no information really on it because it was never released. There was an odd section at the start of the stream. Don't really know what happened to it, but it disappeared for a second, which was weird. Oh, I know how we're gonna. Oh, do we have another one? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm hoping we do have another. We do, because I need a top-down camera, and I've been saying this for a while. I might have a device I can use to mount a top-down camera because I've been enjoying that for a lot of the time lapses. Right, sneak you. I think we need to remove the side panels first, and then we can attach studs to the side of this. Not the side of the actual Technic beam, but we can attach a brick to it that should hold up. Oh, maybe even. Is that the perfect angle? Is this a legal technique? Is it? I'm not sure about this. One way to find out. Does it legal? It legal. It is a legal. It is a legal technique. Love to see it. And what this will do is hold up the front at an angle that then we can build out. I think we go with one plate and add a little square. Not an ad. Not an ad. Just love the product. Though, if Logitech, totally remembered that, do want to sponsor a video, I don't need headphones. I could use a second pair just in case something happens to these. But I'm sure there's another thing that I need. Don't have Bluetooth keyboards, do you? I am in the market for a Bluetooth keyboard just so I can build a Lego frame to it, like we did for the Lego mouse. That is still being used. It's so easy to clean. It just breaks apart. And I recommend, if you have a 3D printer, I recommend getting a Bluetooth Lego mouse. It's so easy to use. And if you throw the mouse against the wall, it won't break. It will just break down. Hello there, Zaku. Sorry if I butchered your name. Looking for my kind of live the other day. Welcome to the stream. You have found it. Found it, been welcomed with open arms. Oh, does this go up? How big? This is for a like 2/3 of the height of Captain Rex scale figure, by the way, which is massive, even at 2/3 of the scale. I don't think we built Captain Rex on a live stream, did we? I think that predates going live. That was early on. But it is for a 2/3 high Captain Rex, so about neck height. If they're sat down, torso's about 1/3, so we'd say head, torso, they'd be this tall, and the front of the ATRT comes up this. Oh yeah, this is fitting. Okay, so the helmet is peering over. We've got like the legs out the front. I guess the hip should be counted in that, so they're even taller than that. But that's gonna work. We just need a 6x plate in the middle. Awkward. If I do a top-down camera, do the 2-screen layout like Nintendo DS streams, where the top of the DS is most of the screen and the bottom screen is smaller in the top left, and that's me. Yeah, so the top-down desk is the main stream, a bit like when we're looking at lego.com. We've been doing half and halves, but for videos I have gone back to doing the full screen with a little me because it's easier to do. It brings up the sets in detail, doesn't it? I like the idea of that. We haven't used any of the top, but we still need to fill out the back. Actually, we can build the back on these two pieces here, and then that can connect it to the bottom, stop it from wiggling around, rotating everywhere. Please don't snap. Nice catch. There we go. And then this is going to be the front. Do we have any other 6x plates, or maybe? Yeah, we'll use you instead. Get a little dashboard on the back. Oh, we've got a knot technique and greeble the dashboard. We can't go with stickers like the ATST because the ATRT is technically a much bigger scale. Like minifigure scale is like this big. This is like 5 times the height of minifigure scale. You on there? Question mark. Yes. Oh, that is perfect. I think this is going to look really good. Yeah, like Jackson. And then, oh, there's the little turret brick. Gives us some window elements. How could we use these? I'm wondering if we could use these as spacers to hold out the back. Yeah, totally. Totally. These will hold up the back until we can provide a bit more support. Ooh, totally, he says. I don't know if totally cuts it. Depends if it lines up with a bracket. Oh, is that bracket width? That would be amazing if it was. Where would it be? Would the bracket be on top, below, or level? I'm hoping on top. No, it'd be below. We could get another bracket on top. Yeah. Oh, it does line up as well. Oh, yes. Okay. So if we've got the bracket lined up, some bricks in the middle. Maybe 2 plates, maybe not a brick. Just to secure this in. Because the last thing we're going to want is the whole thing collapsing on us. And then that will secure the back. Oh, does it? Oh wait, it might be a plate off. Oh, I think I've misjudged this by a whole plate. A whole plate? No. Post the bugle. Oh, yes. That was the classic Daily Bugle, wasn't it? Still want the... Doing it by... Yes, this is a mock. So this is no instructions. This is just a free build while we sit and talk. A nice chill stream. It does feel better than me reading off instructions. Oh, hold on. Are you even... Oh, you're one taller. Oh. Oops. Though instructions, I would still be making these mistakes. For sure. There'd still be just as many mistakes if these were instructions. Maybe not just as many. But there's still a few. I do enjoy free building more than mock instructions because it's a creative outlet for me. Just being able to free build, go with it, and fully just run with it. Put down as many plates as I can until either my brain gives out or we run out of time for the stream. Look at that. Does it line up now? Yes, it wants to. Does it line up perfect? I think it's about... Oh, it must be about 1/3 of half a plate. It's 1/6 of a plate out. But it's gonna hold up strong for what we need. I don't think there's any way we can make that more accurate. Lego don't do 1/6 tall plates. The old £100 one, that's the one. Can't wait to see it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ooh. Let's get rid of those elements. We don't need those. And the hardest part, I think, is going to be filling in this, because we have the two wings. We have the two wings of the ATRT. I like to picture them as wings now, can't unsee that. That continue from the ground and then angle up. We don't have a lot of big wedges. Even on this, we don't have many big wedges. So I feel like knot bricks, brackets, anything we can muster in that aspect are gonna be our friend here. We do have a few of these pins. They would work. What we'd do is attach those here. Oh wait, we'd have to do it backwards. Is there room for, no, there's not room for studs. Oh, it could make it easier by attaching them on the front. Just getting them straight out the front. Trying to slope off the front as well. Might have to use a bunch of flatter tiles to get the point across. But I think the angles would still hold up in the light. That's one good thing about building in a bigger scale, is each plate is less important. I don't want to say that in front of the plates. But you know what I mean. Each plate is not as important as it would be in a smaller mock, because in a smaller mock that might be the only plate in the area, whereas we do have the advantage here of, well, each plate's going to be surrounded by a million other plates that we can use, and their sole purpose almost is to make that initial plate blend in. For instance, we could line up a lot of angles on the side and slowly build them up. Looking for a non-cheat way to do this though. To also want space for the legs. Imagine if we fit Captain Rex on this. How cool that would look. We don't want these jumpers. Be gone. We do want all those tiles that we got rid of though for them. We don't want the jumpers, we want all the tiles. And what I'm going to do is flip around how these seats were stationed. In fact, because the seats were stationed this way, they're covering up one whole row of seat, and we've also got another tile on the back. So if there's probably a stronger way to connect both of them. Right now they're just hanging on with, I mean, look how these seats are built. They're built really well for the parts used in the set, but I do think the LEGO designers have kind of pushed themselves with it. I think that, well, there were definitely easier ways of doing it. I think it was a very, very big struggle putting this together. I can just imagine all the different part swaps for the seats. Oh, we built it. Oh, look, yes. I'm happy they did include the parts they did, though, because it's going to make the build, I mean, easy building a massive seat out of two seats, which is what we're doing here. We're going to have two black stripes going down the side. I say easy. Let's wait till we've finished it, just in case we do have to switch up a bit more than that. But the vision in my head is clear. And gives us a nice detailed seat for our massive clone trooper. I think this would be more to scale with a Bionicle trooper rather than the set that LEGO were going to release. If we do ever get an upscaled AT-RT, please give us an upscaled clone trooper. Something akin to the Bionicle one. Maybe not exact, but something at least close to it. If not exact. I'll take an exact one. Have I seen videos where people 3D print elements for a polybag build, but they're huge? Yes, I've considered doing it myself quite a few times, but never got round to finishing it. For no particular reason, I don't think. Just remembered FPL. Oh, I've remembered. Totally. Yeah. I did remember last night. And then I look at it and then I realize I haven't really made any changes, and I'm still doing decent. Like, it would be different if I needed to make changes. I think because I did have a strong team at the start of the season, There's been the odd week where I've had 1 or 2 people that haven't played, and for the most part I have completely not noticed that. But the team is going strong. So I'm quite happy to sit back, relax. If I need to step in, I will. But, you know, I do too much. I don't want my Fantasy Premier League team to fire me like Nottingham have to their coach again. Oh, I watched the first half of the Fulham Arsenal game earlier, and Fulham, we won't talk too much about football, but Fulham were not doing as well as they'd hope. As well as they'd hoped. They weren't doing bad. They just weren't doing, you know. They I don't know. I don't know any Fulham fans, actually. Shout out to the Fulham fans in chat. But I'm happy. I can't say I'm happy I'm not a Fulham fan, but I'm not upset that I'm not. You know. Yeah. You were typing as I said it. Postacoglu got fired. There you go. That's the one. And then was there 3x3s? Yeah. The whole chairs are 3x3s. I feel like this chair is the wrong way around. I feel like thicker at the top and thin. Is that? No, that's better. I was thinking that, but that's a better chair. So this is made using merging 2 of the chairs. Oh, hold on. I need to build it 1 further out. That would require a 6x4. Do we have any 6x4s left? Oh, yes. On the other side. We do. So much of this build so far has been saved by finding the right pieces at the right time. 39 days, played 8 games. At least he outlasted a lettuce. At least he outlasted a lettuce. A load of lettuces this time of the year will be, you know, dying off and not lasting as long in the fridge. I'm sure 39 days would outlast a lettuce. Ah. And then we got a bit of exposed grey at the bottom. My hope is to use this black curve. Now, how angled are the seats? We don't really have seats in an ATRT, so this is a tricky build anyway. But trying to get the angle of the seats, I think that comes out too much. We need a black tile. Do we have any black tiles? I don't think so. Maybe we'll add some details. You know, this isn't a pristine condition chair. We'll keep it mostly brown and add, oh, some tan. Oh, that should work like hand in hand with brown, shouldn't it? Worn down tan in the center. In the center, we'll have a tan patch because maybe the bottom of the backpack has been rubbing, you know, with those grenades in that they probably want to take off before riding. And then the bottom corners of the chair will also rub against just the general bottom of the chair. So if we have, we have some tan plates. Do we have some tan tiles? Do we have? Maybe plates would help us get a minifigure on here. a tiny scout trooper would look. You know what? For that reason, and for that reason alone, I'm going to leave the 2 studs at the bottom of the chair. This angles it nicely. There's 2 studs at the bottom of the chair and there's a little gap out the back. I'm going to fill it in on the back so that it looks a bit nicer. Maybe even fill it in more. Maybe we can tile it out as well. Let's get this looking good from the outside, but I'm going to leave the gap there because I think we should be able to add a minifigure into the back from it. Yeah, this locks it in place. Oh wait, we need an ingot. There we are. So with the ingot, it's a legal technique, and those 2 studs should be able to fit. Sorry if I've been whacking the microphone off the ATRT, by the way. Didn't realize I was doing that. Let's grab an RA7 droid. Use what you got at hand and see if it fits. Look at this droid. This is a custom RA7 using Forlom's head and TC14's torso and legs, I believe, but RA droid nonetheless, custom or otherwise. And you can see a bit of wear to the chair. This is using the 2 seats of the ATST, as you've seen me build. I think this is a throne. This is a throne. I should do myself as a fig as a gift with purchase on my shop. Oh, that'd be a good idea. I'd have to... What would be cool as well is if I just took my wardrobe and decaled one of every shirt that I've ever worn in a video. That's a lot of me's. And then gave them away as like a one-of-one gift with purchase. Keep your eye out around the shop for May. I'm sure there'll be a few more accessory packs. Not been selling too bad, especially if LEGO are missing a few things in the new year. All right. There we have the front of our ATRT and the chair. Where do we want the chair to go? Oh! Oh, this was made for it. This was made for it. I'm going to try and show you. It might fall apart. Right there, you can see there is a 2x6 space in the middle which fits the 4x4 and the 2 side bits. We could get like a 1x4 plate in there. If we were building an official LEGO set, no doubt they'd whack it in just to fill the gap. And then, come on, come on. You got this. No, does it not want to clip in? Does this still work legally? I think it does. It just works. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it doesn't. If the hinge is breaking off. Okay, we might need a tile underneath. Let's pull off the back bit. We'll keep that down for now. And what we can do is, because it's hidden underneath, we'll raise the 4x4. We don't want problems here. Move along. Yeah, now it clips down, locks in at that position as well. And then we'll bring up the back to meet. And I think we start on the back, because then we know how much space we've got back here to add various bricks. I'm pointing. There we go. There's the seat on the inside. Enough space for legs to go either side, so we'll only add the panels to the front. Maybe even switch up how far these are out, because these do point out pretty far. Are there any thinner plates? Which way was it around? That way. Ah, good evening, Bevel. Welcome. Almost finished the Death Star. Stopped building yesterday. You build until 4 AM. Crazy but worth it, am I right? With the UCS Death Star, totally worth it. And then, what other plates do we have? We've got this one. That's pretty long. Not long enough, though, to reach the top. Saying something, the top of this is massive. The ATRT does kind of stretch down to the bottom. Maybe I need this vertically. Something like this. Oh wait, wrong side. Of course. And then again, we'll repeat that for both sides. So this will fit here. The only thing is the mobility. Because of the way the legs are posed, we're not going to be able to get it down as far. And it comes to a quick end here. Oh wait, could we get away with extending the front? Could we get away with it? Something like that. We might get away with it. And then the legs kind of stick out. I'm not confident about getting away with it. So we might have to rework that. How would that fit in though? So the top needs to be way more angled. Whoa. Okay. Unless we just angle the whole thing. And we straighten out. What if we... Oh, we'd need to angle the bottom more. Either way, we're going to have to angle one of them a lot more than the other. Or pull the top one across. Perhaps. At least you've got insurance. I've had a bike get stolen without insurance, and that sucks. That is not a good feeling. Maybe we could just use plates. If we stack plates, yes, I definitely recommend bike insurance. On one hand, you've got the Death Star. On the other hand, you've got to build the Death Star. That is the most monkey paw situation in Lego I've ever heard of. Like, every day you're out of hospital is a day closer to buying the Death Star. Is that how it works? I think there's some sort of correlation. I might have missed the mark exactly. But something like that. What do we have? 4x4s. I think 4x4s is the biggest plate that isn't massive. And actually, do we have multiple 4x4s or is it just the one? If we can get this to work, that would be well. But we can only secure it down to about here. Yeah. So that gives us something to work with. And then that will be off to the side. What do we have a lot of? 2x3s? No, I only see one of them. Well, 2, 3. We have some 2x4s. I feel like we have a few 3x3s. I think 2x4s is the most common. What do we have on these bits? We haven't even started taking these apart yet. Oh, 4x4s. Whoa, we do have more 4x4s. A lot of 1x's. And then, what are you made of? You look like 1x plates. Oh no, a 2x8 and a 1x8? A lot of 2x4s on the bottom. All right, we're going to use 2x4s. And then we can add tiles on top to not only smooth everything down, but also give it that nice finished look. The UCS pancake. Up into the cheese wheel. Have to put over 50 1x2 plates with clips on top and attach them to the plates. The thing is, when you're using clips, you can't even use like a hammer. I used this to get a load of the studs down when I was putting thousands of studs down for Mos Espa. You can't even use that sort of thing because the clips are fragile, and also the clips, let me make note of what I'm doing here. Also the clips are not something you can just smack together. Very hard to work with. 1, 2. How do you go up? How quickly do you go up? So I could fit a 2x3 is what I'm hearing. I'm talking to the set now. The Avengers Tower is great as long as you don't have cats. As long as you don't have cats and as long as you're not displaying it on a shelf, I would assume. Otherwise, that is a one-way trip to rebuilding it. British short hair cats. That's oddly specific. There's some experience behind that. Ooh. No, so close but so far. What can we fill the corner with? Oh wait, another one of these. How many? Let's start using some of the tiles. Oh, the tiles do not fit for that. They don't work. And then, oh, if we like fill that out, this might be the end of it because we just need another 2x6 wedge. We've used a million of them so far. There's got to be one more 2x6 wedge. If not, what I'm going to do is hide one of these big guys behind here, or the other side. Wait, what do we need? 1, 2, 3. So if I hide you behind, oh no, you do work. Yes. Not only do you work, you give us another angle on the side. Nice. Win-win. And then maybe we'll play it off the bottom. Was there a 3x3 I heard earlier? Waiting for this fine very moment. All right, I think this is the closest we're going to get to plating up the side edge. Actually, I've tried so hard to fill this in. Would it not look better if we didn't fill it in? How much space do we have down the side? 1, 2. Can we go down one more? No. Why can't we go down one more? Is it because of the, yeah, it's because of the Technic. What if I connect it in already? Hear me out, hear me out. What if it's already there? You can't get rid of something that's already there, surely? There. And 1x3 would be a massive help right now. Just one 1x3. The Lego room is your whole house. Here, here. This is not play scale. This is a lot bigger. This is, I'm going to measure the scale. I don't know exactly the scale yet until we put the antennas on top, but we will get a scale by the end of the video. Hopefully you recover soon. All the sets broken. Oh. Let's see. So 1x3s is what we're hoping for. Really hoping with this one. Or oh, is that is, it must be, could it be the final 1x3? And a nice little addition as well, just to fill that gap in the middle. Okay, there we go. And then to get the side of it, where did the, oh yeah, I used it. Right, let's get some more. Finally breaking apart the top. Oh, we've already pulled some parts off the top of the ATST. But I feel like for the most part, this has gone unchanged, which we can't be having that. We want the whole thing dismantled by the end of the stream. And this is going to be where, that's where we want the ATRT to come out to. And we could double stack these. We do have 2 of them. So we could double stack them. But I am a little worried about the space we've got at the front. We might have to come out a bit further out back. Which that's not terrible. That's actually pretty good. And then we do have a 1x6 as well. Maybe we just double stack these. Or with the Mythosaur, we lent heavily on studs that weren't connected in system. We would add on a few plates and then angle them. If we can get some rounded off elements or some sort of connector. What we might have to do is connect 2 studs and tile off the middle. 1x4s. You're kidding. There's got to be 1x4s in this set. Yes. Just done. Oh wait, there's some on the end here as well. But what we can do is add studs to the end as pivot points, and then attach these studs onto each of these pieces. Oh, we could even attach it that way, couldn't we? And that will give us our angle. We want it the other way. So let's secure it. Make sure we're using all the plates to hold down the other plates, a bit like a bricklaying technique here. And then we need a 1x2, something like that, or a corner wedge. And that will just round off the bottom. Please work. Oh, look at that. And it's illegal. No, and it's legal. It's legal. Don't come for me. It's legal. It's not illegal. It's legal. I slipped up. If it's too much of an issue, you can send Pebble the Lego. I like that. Your friend bought the ATTE as well, the AT-80, the gingerbread. They're stocked in stores. Why do you have to wait until the 18th? It's odd. I've also noticed that for the, okay, sneak peek to a future video coming out. I did today go out and pick up some Lego sets. And I noticed with the Star Wars Advent Calendar, right? I might pick this up. I might have picked it up today. I'm not spoiling the video. You don't know if I picked up the LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar set 75418 Advent Calendar 2025, 263 pieces. It's a 6+ set, but I'm not telling you if I picked it up today. But this set is made in Denmark, Mexico, Hungary, China, Vietnam, and the Czech Republic. I had a little look online. The Harry Potter Advent Calendar is also made in, it's like Korea. I think it's also made in Korea. And yeah, it's not made in Poland, which is, I know through the replacement parts. All replacement parts to me have come through Poland. So I don't know why it's not made in Poland. I assume it's the same for the AT-AT, as it's a Christmas set. A brick-built Babu Frick, like Captain Rex. And upscaled. Well, we already have Grogu behind. I said next year I wanted to work on a Mando. Maybe that's the next one. Maybe that is the next one. Hello there, Z-Man. The next upscaled project after Mando might be Babu Frick. That would be a fun one. There we go. The side of it is complete. Just have to build it for the other side now and try to remember what I did. Huh. That would be... The Babu Frick would be a difficult build, but just picture it once it's been pulled off, because that's the sort of thing I'm just going to work on till it is pulled off. That would look so cool. See, Alfie, thanks for hanging out. May the bricks be with you. Why do we have a lot of the wrong shaped? Oh, I'm building a second panel for that side. That's the wrong side. Right, let's make sure we're building the right panel. Literally, as you're looking at the screen, the right side of the AT-RT. And then we should have another panel. Yeah, we've got a few panels for the back now. Makes it easy to stick it right on there. You know what? Let's stick this one straight on. And then straight into the bracket as well. That secures it off, and that gives you an idea of the size and how big this thing's going to be. I guess if we've done that, we can just disregard the not bricks completely and attach the aerials. Which way? Shorter one on the right based on my reference image. So we're going to stick with that. Oh, that does make it. The shorter one is just taller than the windscreen, so it won't be any taller than this one right here. And that is by 8. Oh, by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2. Did I say we had a 2 by 8? Did I? Getting completely sidetracked from what I was going to be doing with the other side of the build. We'll get there. We'll get there. Already slowly working on doing some techniques for a winter village. Well, I hope to see images of that. All this talk of a winter village. I hope to see... It won't be Christmas without images of that winter village. No pressure. Trying to figure out how you can use masonry bricks in the shape of an arch using ball joints. Ball joints is a great way of working. I like the way you've gone to ball joints because they're so versatile. But yeah, there's not a straightforward way to make an arch, is there? There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. Maybe we can give it a look. Ball joints with an arch. Oh. You could try, I suppose you could use them for the underside of an arch. You could have ball joints connected, like the 1x2 ball joints. I tell you what, I might be onto something here. Let's put this back. Oh, we need that. Let's put this back on here. And then we'll grab some ball joints, have a bit of fun with them. And how was this connected? This was connected like that. Right, I don't trust it to stay standing on my keyboard, so I am going to move it to the desk, and if it falls, it's not our fault. Look how big it is compared to Rex. It dwarfs Rex. It's massive. It's crazy big. Let's get some ball joints. It depends how many ball joints you have as well, and masonry bricks, because I have been to the LEGO store. Where are my bricks? I've been to the LEGO store, pick and build many a time, and I've got a box of these white masonry bricks and a whole tray of these ball joints. But what I was thinking is use the masonry bricks for the underside of the arch. So what I was thinking is, you know, the repetition. You've probably tried stringing some ball joints together. Just get a few going here. Make sure they're all level. And then, once you've got this snake of ball joints, which reminds me of the toothless glasses. By the way, if any of you haven't seen that toothless video, that was a blast building those. And then trying to get some, oh, I assume you've probably tried this. Trying to get them as close as, yeah, it does leave a gap. Oh, that's quite a nasty gap as well. If you double it up, something that I find when working with Lego mocks is, and I'm pretty sure I'm stealing this idea from someone. Someone told it to me and I nabbed it, and I've run with it ever since, is if it doesn't work, double down. Double down on it, and if you can find a way to make it work, you'll find an easier solution. So by doubling down on this, I'm going to get some 1x2 rounded off plates. Any color will do. There is the issue of this then being a part of the wall as well, but there are probably smart ways you can hide this, especially in the entrance for the arch. You can add a few pieces here and there, and then rather than having them all stacked up, I hope this is fairly clear to follow. Rather than having them all stacked up, what you're going to do is alternate between thin side, thick side, thin side. It makes it really, really hard to cover up, doesn't it? But this is the pattern we want to go for, or the one that I had in my mind. So thin side, thick side, back to thin side. And maybe the ball joints are a step. Maybe the ball joints are helpful to work out the angles and then you can run with other things. But oh, this is a fairly small arch as well. Yeah, all you'd have to do is extend the platforms for a bigger arch, but there you go. Barely any gaps in the arch. I'm going to use this in a future mock. I ever need an arch in Star Wars, I'm going to use this and just square off the front. The back is going to be slightly hard to cover, but if you're building bigger platforms, you can always, no problem, you can always wedge these down. There you go. If you build them out like this, you can then wedge them down. There's potential behind this. And then you can cover up the ball joints, messy ball joint work. But it's going to take up a lot of ball joints. Look at that. Each different brick used is going to be another ball joint and clasp with both elements. And if you haven't picked up a load of these, that gets pretty pricey. Finding someone, well, actually, you could probably find someone that has taken a load of these off the pick and build. I really like the fact that it does create that rounded off effect. If you wanted to enlarge this and blow this up, you just have to work out angles. But I think we're onto something here. Build in ball joints. So this is 2 ball joint elements for each, a 1x2 with the hole in the middle so that we can get the masonry brick on its side like that. And then there are ways of covering up. I think this is definitely a start. Hopefully that helps. That is what the streams are for, to get sidetracked from one build and start building something different and see if we can solve our issues together. The amount of times that you helped me with it, got more ball joints than hinges. Yeah, that's true. I have a little drawer of hinges. I have a massive drawer of ball joints. When will hinges come to the pick and build? I can do with a box of those. It's handy going into LEGO stores for that reason. And I know some elements are cheaper online. I don't know if there's any accessible hinges. We'll have to have a little look. Got the same pad box. Hey. When you're on holiday, yes, I had to pick up a box that was like half hinges, half ball joint, and I realized I counted them out when I was in store roughly. I don't know if we got it perfect. I can't remember now, but that was a while ago. At least I think it was. And since then, Lego sets don't include pairs of them. Sometimes you get the single ball joint. I don't have the same amount now. No problem. It might be something. Keep working on it, and it might just be something. Let's work out. It was a nice break from trying to work out where exactly these elements were going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like that. And now I've pushed back all the 1x3s. Of course, all the elements that I needed have been smushed. Oh, there we are. The other eye hole. Tiling this out is going to be so fun. Just out of the sheer amount of pieces that are kicking about. Oh, wait. The other... No. This one. That's the ticket. Do we have another 2x3 for later on? And then anything on the back? There's a corner wedge plate. Hello there, welcome back. And then that 1x3, is that just being held on with a 1 stud? We're gonna need a tile over that. Little gap down here. We'll cover that up with a tile. Put one of those away for later. Plenty of those off the front. And then I think, oh no, we've got this wedge as well. We need to build this one out. Where's that element gone? That was the 2x6, and that would be the left-hand side 2x6. I don't even recognize that from being around. Let's swap out this 2x3. If they're all grey, it makes it easier to cover up in tiles, just in case we run out. There's a lot of 1x3s and a lot of 1x2s. Some 2x3s. And then another little wedge needed at the bottom. Right, where's that 2x6 though? Don't forget to stay hydrated. Cheers. Where? I don't think we pulled it off a set. I think it's just smushed in this pile somewhere, or we've used it accidentally. No, we haven't. Have we? We used it elsewhere? No. It's not on an old design. Where? Oh, it was under the plate. All this time, it was hiding from us. How dare it? How dare it hide from us? There is no hiding. Makes sense. And this is bop. This is not what I built. Oh, because it goes one in. All right, if you're trying to replicate this at home, I have moved it one in on the side. Although if you're able to replicate this based on the visuals I've given this stream, that's impressive. If I say so, that is quite impressive. Oh, this would fit. Oh wait, we just filled that out. Oh, this would fit here though. What do the ears look like? They're kind of straight up. But they do have handlebars sticking out. And I'll be honest, we don't have handlebars yet. What can we use as handlebars? We've got droid arms. We got clips. That's onto something. Clips and bars. See ya. We don't need that many clips. We can sacrifice. I still don't know what fell at the start of the stream. I think it was a Technic brick. I'll have to remember that. And this guy. And then what do we have to connect bars to bars at an angle? Oh, we had one. Do they go in Technic pins? No, not these ones. They don't go in the Technic pins. Are there versions they do go in? No, none of them. We have the handles like that. I've also got to keep an eye out on the rest of the build. If there are any parts we can pull off to use on the top, I think that would be really helpful. Maybe hinges is the way. Maybe we also use the clips, because we can just attach clips to clips. Get them more secure than before. Let's have the handles. Yeah, let's have the handles look like that. And then we'll need to, okay, I'm getting that one by one. We need it. We need that, and we also need to try and line these up across two studs. Wait, where are the handlebars going? Is this clip going to be strong enough? Isn't that the question? Oh, why don't we attach the loose handlebar to the end? And then that will be the handlebar. Might be too long. It might be a little too long. We might need a shorter handlebar. But how short? Let's stud this in just so we can get an idea. That's not bad. If we could get another 2-length pin. Are there any others used on the vessel, on the rest of it? There's a 3-length on the back holding in 2 domes, but 3-length is still too long. We've also got these very handle-like painter's pieces. So that could work. But we want the handlebars to stick out flat. Whereas they have that nice rounded handlebar shape. We could also go with some pins. I've seen one of these so far. Oh look, that's the element. That's the element that I wanted. Oh, do we have one at the front? If so, can we replace? Let's have a little look. Went back to the Lego room to try the masonry. Yeah, I definitely think we're onto something there. It feels like there's a lot of potential. How well did we secure this in? I thought it just popped. It does pop out. Oh, no. Now we just need to replace this element. How hard can it be? Right. How hard can it be? Actually, it could be easy. It could be easy if we attach... Oh no, what am I doing with this? No, that wouldn't work. Oh, but it's so close. Or we get you back there, you up there, and attach you in. This would height. Oh wait, do we want to heighten it? No, we don't. Do we? We could line it up. Do we have a 1x4 Technic beam? Does it exist? Do we have... Oh, the cogs are turning. All right, I'm connecting this. I'm also going to use... Please give us another 1x4 with 2 studs. Please bless us with a 1x4 with 2 studs, just to make it easy. Just so I don't need to mock it together. No! I haven't looked very far, albeit. Don't seem to be many. I don't know where I pulled this off to know where to look for it. All right, let's get the instructions up on we like brick out here. UCS ATST. Please say there's more than one. I'm crossing my fingers. More than one 1x4. There's 326 different elements. Let's whittle this down. Let's sort by color. There's probably 300 grey elements in this set. Let's try and find a 1x4 with 2 studs on top. 1x4. No, there's a round one. 9. Oh, wow. 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got to find all 9. I felt like the middle there was like primarily 8, 9. We found all 9. All right, I'm not looking at the legs of an ATRT. Actually, even if I was looking at the legs, you stay there. Let's swap it out for just 1x4 tiles. My idea was so good they passed out. Now we have a spare one. What I was going to do is connect these into Technic. Lego have said they're legal, so we're going to take Lego's word for it. And then we can drop it one lower. How far does this come out? Do we want it one higher or one lower? I feel like maybe one higher. We'll drop it one higher, and there we go. We've made the exact same as this, and it doesn't take up any more space. We just need to push the bottom in a little bit, and then oh no, then we'll push it back out. No need to do that. Yeah, it doesn't have any wiggle. Make sure that's in there nice and solid. Now we've got to put this back up. Let's find one more 1x4 tile just before I forget about it, so that we can fill up this other side. I'm sure we won't need that later. Otherwise, it will bug me. It's those little inconsistencies that really will just eat away over time. And then back we go with a turret. And it still works. You know, this isn't going to fire lasers, but it's going to be able to turn and shoot wherever. And it actually kind of locks in when it's facing forward. So that's pretty cool. This does feel like it's almost minifigure scale, mind you. This is creeping towards, sorry, not minifigure scale, not minifigure scale, maxi figure scale, like upscaled minifigure scale. Just wanted to make that clear. What's that? Six times bigger than minifigure scale? In every dimension, which is 216 times bigger than minifigure scale. We were just to flat out give a number. Have to be accurate there. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 was in the head. That was crazy how quick we found that. That did not feel right. And then the handlebars. That's what we were doing this for. Why? Oh, I think my game plan was to connect these Technic elements on top of the handlebars and then thread the needle. I still feel like even though the handles come out over the top, I still feel like they should be almost half inside. I don't know when... Oh no, bike handles sit out to the side. Oh, bike handles do, yeah. Yeah, we're onto something with the bike handles. And then how do we want to settle them in? I think what I'll do is I'll flip the bar that's connected. We'll use this little bulky bit of the 6-length bar to hold the clips in, because the Technic connector is going to go as far as it wants. And the handlebars are just going to sit lower than the top. Just like so. We'll angle them, give them a bit of flair. Maybe even, you remember these Technic pins that we said were going to come in really handy later on? Maybe we'll slide a few of those on to represent the grips. Have I run out of... Was that the last Technic pin? No. Oh, this is blue. We don't want blue. We want black Technic pins. There's so many in this build, but I don't want to pull apart the legs too much. Just through straight up fear I'll never get them back together. There's got to be one more. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Lego. One more. No? Oh, we have been done so dirty by Lego. There is, I'm gonna say it, I have built this and I've built many other models like it. There is quite a big overuse of those black pins, so you're gonna have to take my word for it. Look, I can prove where I take them from. Right back here, 2 black pins. We're swapping those out with 2 of the blue pins. Let's just get that done. And yeah, movie magic doesn't work on streams. This becomes a video, I have to edit that out. Hey, look at that! Instantaneously! We just so happen to have 2 more black pins that I totally swapped out the backs for, and we only need to find 1 more. Oh, I hope this becomes a video. And then same for the other side as well. Push the handlebar. We'll get it in the middle. We'll get it in the middle, a little higher than it is right now. Oh wait, where did the other bars go? Here they are. And that's that way. So we've got 1, 2. And then the black handlebars. Just gonna scoot over here. No reason whatsoever. Oh look! There's another black pin. What was the chance of me just randomly finding that on the desk? Oh, that's super handy. Just the piece we needed. What's up with this black pin? Wait, why is one of the... Oh, there we go. We lined them up. Make sure the pins are lined. Anything else we need to do to this before we put it on? It would be nice if we had a few more tiles, so let's tile it before we put it on to save it falling off at all. Make them look the same. And where was that corner top? Because I could do with 2 of them right now. Huh. Well, that's gone. Would have been handy. What are the tiles? I don't want to tile off the full thing, but I do want to get a bit more of, I guess, somewhat of a triangle shape. We've got a few sloped elements down there. I feel like we could do better than this angle, but I also feel like a 2x3. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. We'll try it. What's it look like? Yeah, it's a bit too bulky. Just a bit too much. Whereas at least that one corners off a bit. The perfect element would be that element that I just lost. Or a 2x4. A 2x8, no, a 2x4 wouldn't fit. But on the underside here, a 2x3 and a 1x1, I know I've got a few of those on there, would fit. Oh yes, there we go. That 2x3 replacing the 1x4 just fills out that corner. And then we'll have to do the same to this one, because you can see through to the Technic and it is a little eyesore. It's not bad, but we're not settling for not bad. We're going for really good. Are there any engines on the back of an ATRT? Doesn't strike me as something that would have engines on the back. It's not big enough for engines, I don't think. That's why it's got legs. But the ATSD seems to have both. And then once we've got the angling down. Yeah, we don't have anything that will match that slope. But we do have something that will complete it. A 1x6 and a 1x2. That just gives it a cheek on the side. We've given it a little cheek. We could fill it in. I don't want to fill in too much of this. I do really want to fill that in. But yeah, I don't want to fill in too much, because then it will make the bits we don't fill in seem a bit out of place. So we just want to stick to our shapes. Maybe like a 2x2. If we have any 2x2s, we could use that to thicken the lines. But trying to keep it simple. 2x2s, no. Go in once, go in twice. Just the 2x3s, that's all right. Oh. I'm going to keep the 2x3s for the back. We're just sculpting now, making every tile count. Why are you? Oh, hold on. You're not on properly. Come on, off you get. Wait. No, don't pull the Technic off with you. Just pull the plates. Make sure everything's stuck down firmly. What are we missing? Maybe another slope. Let's try it. Let's try it. It's going to get me in trouble mock building and saying that at one point. We're going to go where we can't return from. But right now, I'm on a mock building roll. All right, my idea is to get another one of these wedge pieces at an angle down here. It would kind of undo a lot of the tile work we've done, and I don't want to do that. But I do want to see... Oh wait, that would look good. But it would add a load of studs. I think we don't. We save those for the back. And put this back. 2x4 hinged and in place, and then the other side 2x4 hinged and in place. Maybe a slight angle in. Still haven't finished the front. What's the front look like? Looks like a big plate of buttons. Okay, I like that. It's easy to do with Lego. we have first off, we have the 2 lines on the bottom. That's been nailed. And then we have this middle slope that sticks out quite a bit. So I might double up the plates, and I might, for this, double up everything. We'll see how thick this wedged bit actually comes out. Because I wanna save these for the back, these angled pieces. But if they work on the front, we might as well use them. With one of these in the middle. With a... these are 1x5, aren't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might work. One way to find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this looks like it's going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or can we leave the studs exposed? Wonder what that will look like. And then this is going to go. Yeah, but we want to double it up. Maybe I'll get some tiles around it as well. Is there a better way than just stacking 2 plates together? That's going to be a pain to remove otherwise. Yeah, we'll take another 2x6 or something similar. And actually, whilst we're here, do we have slopes? I fear the answer is going to be no. But I also think if not, we can find something of a sloped nature. Right, that's our shape on the front. 2 studs exposed. That's not hurting anyone. And then we don't have any single jumpers, do we? We can use a multitude of 3-length jumpers. Stack a 3rd length jumper regularly. Oh, with 1x... Oh, yes. So I'm faking a slope using so many pieces. If you want to overcomplicate something, first off, welcome to the channel. This is the place to be. And second off, that is how you do it. I've just used 3 jumpers, 3 1x3 jumpers, 2 1x1 tiles, and a 1x4 tile to replace 2 slopes and a brick. That's overcomplicating and then some. But when life gives you Lego, use it all. As I always say. We've got to start saying that now. And here, oh, I got lied to. I thought that was something different. Oh, here's another 2x3. Matches the colour. One chunk there. We've got to really make sure we're supporting this when we're pressing it on. Otherwise, things will start falling off. Maybe we can add a grill to cover those studs. How's the grill look? Grill's looking pretty nice. I want to make these stand out more. Maybe 1x4s in grey. We said about colour swapping them. I don't think we need a colour swap. I just think we need a different colour. Hold up. I don't think we need a colour swap. I think we need a different colour. That's a colour swap. Is it not? What if we layer these as well? Ah, might be onto something, but we might need these on the back. The back actually seems to be pretty hollow. So the original idea with the back being the back. Come on, give us another snot brick. Again, I think there's only one used in this set. Ooh. I sent the versions to Insta. I think the hinges are cleaner. Let's have a look. Good thing I've already logged in. I would not remember my password. Use the mobile app to view the... What? What do you mean use the mobile app to view this message? Are you saying that this little mobile device is better suited to view a... yeah, the phone. Better suited to view a message. I guess so. All right, bear with me a second. Instagram's not playing fair. Do I have it on this phone? No, I don't even think I have it on this phone. Well, I will check that after the stream. Why can't I see it online? That doesn't seem to make any sense as to why it's not letting me see it. Huh. And that's the annoying thing with YouTube as well, because YouTube community doesn't work on the PC. I've tried copying links and everything, and they really don't want you to access it, which I do feel like alienates a little audience. A little of the audience. A little audience. Does alienate a few people, but they know what they're doing. I hope. I hope they do. 1x8. No, that was a 1x10. There might be another one. And then, yes, a 2x8. We were onto something though. Hinges are cleaner. But the ball joints, yeah, sometimes that's all you need to do. Grab something you think may or may not work and then run with it. If I've learned anything, these backpacks. I'm going to flip it around in a second when I start work on it. I'm just replacing the plate at the bottom right now. Come on, in you slide. Oh, I got cramp in my thumb. Oh, only been building. We haven't been building that long, have we? We've been building coming up to 3 hours. That's impressive. We did start the stream a little bit early. 3 hours ain't bad. So we've done the front. I'm happy with the front. We got the handlebars, which looks sick. The sides, we might revisit. We've got the chair. Oh, the best part. Hands down, the best part of this ATRT is the chair on the inside. I love that chair. If I get round to breaking this down, it'll probably be closer to the new year, if not next year. I will keep that throne. 100%. The throne is staying built. Definitely. No doubt about it. What have we done to the bottom here? Do we have any 1x2s? I feel like this should be built out. Any more 1x2s? We do need like 3 more. Oh, if this is 3 more 1x2s, that's impressive. I should have done this earlier on. 1. It is 3 more. 1, 2. It's always the pieces that, you know, this isn't important. I've seen something with the body just at the front. I want to smooth it down a little bit. So we needed some 1x2s to heighten one of the elements, get it closer to the head, get it rounded off a bit more as well. And is it important? No. But is it a good use of these valuable resources? No. But is it going to be worth it? No one's going to notice it. It's fun though. It's fun. Oh, you don't. Oh no. Discord, I bet this, if we did have each other on Discord, or if you're in like the members group, Discord would have gone down. 100%. Just trying to stop it happening. The greatness, it's too much for them to bear. 1x8. No, we want slopes, really. More 1x2s over there. Let me flip this. So the back of the ATRT is hollow. There's a little pile up in the middle, and then the rest of it is straight up hollow. What I might do for the pile up is use some hinges. Oh, that hinge broke apart. We don't need that one. Use some hinges to add the old engine. Let's use the one that hasn't had the parts ripped. The old engine, and we might need to pull off a few parts to get the engine out of there, and to fill it. We don't have round parts, do we? I don't think there's a single 2x2 in the entire set. Like a round one that isn't the engine. Is there a jumper though? No. We do have Technic. We have... Oh, we have that 2x2 brick we got rid of earlier. That works, right? It fits. I'm not sure what part of works it's doing. But even if we leave it as this, we add some slopes in there just to add a slope towards the seat. It seems to slope down. And one further back. Go on. Does it fit? Perfect. There's the slope. That fills in one detail we won't have to worry about. I've left the 2 studs on the side here. They expand a little bit because I want to get some of the backpacks. Backpacks loaded in there. But this is just the back of the frame. We tile this up. Maybe add some grills. That little detail that is very necessary for a build of this stature. And any other builds. How tall? So we kind of want this to finish with a seat, which is the height it's at the minute. We need some 1x3s. We really need some 1x3s. Luckily, we have 1x3s. These must have been on that the back of the head with the engines, where they had the like 5x5 pieces. These must have been there. Oh, I thought that was a 1x3. That was a surprise, to be sure. Not a welcome one. Take it back. And then for other 1x3s, we have the jumpers we can wedge in here. Any more plates before we move on to jumpers? Save as many of the valuable jumpers, because they're handy in mocks. They are handy. Oh, there's another. Aha! 1, 2, 3, and this gives us, oh, it almost gives us a brick. Almost gives us a brick to work with. 2 plates, 1x6 though. Or I don't think there's 1x6 plates in this build, so I'm going to take some 1x4s, 1x2s, make a 1x6 the old-fashioned way, stacking plates together, a mash-up of plates, and might even have to use this 1x4. We're coming to the end of our pieces here. Might have to use this 1x4 with the 2 studs, the modified piece, just to get this in there. Any other one? Oh wait, some tan 1x4s. Oh, and then we can slope out the back. Oh yes. Do I want tan though? Is tan the answer? Let's see what else we've got. So these are a ton of plates. I don't think we have the space for these plates. There's no one, or there's a 1x12 plate. Oh, we do not have that space. We got a few 1x4s. I'm leaning towards those. There's brackets. Are these corner plates? What's in here? Oh, 1x2s. Okay, yeah, they can come in handy. Some more 1x4 greys. I think we're using 1x4 greys to attach to the back of this. Come on, swoop it away. We've got a 1x4 level with the top, and then we'll have a 1x4 sticking one down. Let's go with 3. A 1x4 sticking one further down to get, maybe we need something a bit thicker, or something like this Technic beam but raised. I wonder if we have any more Technic to work with. Oh, pulled off too much. If we have a little bit of Technic, oh, something that can attach to the back of the chair as well. And then maybe the 1x4s is all we need. If we have one more. I don't think we even have 4 studs to fit this. Oh wait, I said earlier, if we had 1x4 Technic elements. Are these not 1x4 Technic elements? This whole time? They were right there. And then, oh yeah, what do we need from this? The 1x2 plates. Yes, please. Ah. 1x2, 1x2. There's 2x2 as well. That's nice to remember, but I don't think we'll be needing those. I don't think we'll be getting that far with any of the other builds. It's all 1x plates on the back here. Does this fit? Does this little Technic contraption fit? Oh wow, no, not at all. Could it fit though? Between a part of the chair, maybe lower down. If we attach this with, yeah, we'd really need to replace the 2x3, or we don't need to replace it. We just have to have a stud hovering on the outside. Do we still have? No, there's no like single brackets. See, we could put something like that. Do we think that's gonna hold? Do we think that holds? I mean, it rests. If anything, it rests. But I'd want it to be going further up like that. Oh, wait. We can make this work. Ooh. No pin connector. This is where we need more 2-length bars as well. Any 2-length bars? There's one in each foot. That's kind of important. And by kind of important, I mean it's holding on the toe. That's very important. Hello there, Logan. Welcome to the stream. We could use the axles. Do we have another black axle? Anyone got a black axle? Because if we squeeze this inside, that would at least stop it from falling any further down. Yeah, that's what we need. We needed something like that. Come on, one more. There's one in here. Let's free it. Well, we're freeing it into a mock build. There's only so much free a Lego brick can get. And I'm going to move this up at least one more so that it reaches the top of the frame. And now, where do we put our antennas? Here they are. We've got the... Hello there, Olaf. Welcome. We've got the shorter antenna on the right hand side and the longer one on the left, and then a 1x2 in the middle. Please have a 1x6 tile. If I don't, that's not going to be too sad. What we could do is build it out a little bit. I do feel like we could have built it out a bit more. Now that I'm looking at it, we could have built it out a bit more. How many 1x6 like elements do we have? There's a lot of 1x2s, some 1x4s in a different color. There's a 1x2 brick as well, so that will come in handy. More 1x2s, more 1x2s, another 1x2. So that's, what's that? If we put the brick in the middle, and then we have the antennas, I think should stick out. Even just a little bit, they should be sticking out. So we'll replace the antennas with studs for now, and then add them a bit further back. Just so we can build this out. Let's block it all off. Same with this side. Maybe this is far enough. Yeah. And then we'll start bringing them back in. 1, 2. Any slope elements? Anything special we can finish off the build with? Anything special to place on top? There we go. A 1x2 rounded off slope. Come on, show me another one. I feel like this was from that odd piece we took off at the start. We might need to pull another one of these off. Any odd bits hanging around? How many slopes? Oh, we're missing a rounded off piece. Does that look cool? Does that look cool? We have a few from the engine that we can use. That looks better. Doing that to both sides. But any slopes? There's a few on the front. I don't know where I got the slopes from. Slope, sorry, singular. I don't know why I only have one. And it would be nice if we could combine the lot. We could do what we've just done on the front as well. How many tiles do we have? We have a lot of rounded. We have a lot of 1x2. There's the other angle. Do we need this for anything? No, it don't really fit on the front. I'm thinking of adding it behind the handle. It's going to be an awkward place. There we go. And the other one will go same side. No, same place on the opposite side, just like this. Oh, give it a little wiggle. Hey. Yeah, that finishes off that angle. It's looking quite pale actually on the screen. And then rather than using slopes, do we have cheese wedges? Do we have, what else can I look for? Cheese wedges, slopes. Oh wait, there's cheese wedges. Yes, there's cheese wedges here. So we'll replace those with a 1x1 and then that will slope off the back. Oh, do you need to be supported? We could look for an element. There we go. That will hold on to the back. It's looking a bit compact, isn't it? It's not sticking out over the back anywhere near as far as I'd like, but I don't think we have the elements to stick it too far over the back. And the balance, if anything comes past these legs, this thing is collapsing. So it works. It's as far as, do I have an ATRT built? I don't. Let's look at the new Lego Battle Pack. That's the one. Google knows exactly what I mean. Yeah, it doesn't stick out over the back. It meets the legs. Does this meet the legs? It sticks out a little over the legs. Don't tell Lego that. Yeah, it does stick out a little bit more. I think the Lego version also, if you're looking straight on, does. Trying to line it up in there 360. Oh, perfect, perfect. It meets the back joints. Which, does this meet the back joints? If we were to have something that was straight, like the Lego set that I may or may not have picked up today. Oh, yes. I think we're giving that as perfect, aren't we? All right, chat. So, look at the tall antenna. It looks a bit wonky, but it's also just wobbling. What if we span it? Does it wobble the other way? Why is it? Oh, I tell you why. It's angled. It's pointing towards me. It wasn't what I thought it was wonky. I thought it was bent. I thought it was bending backwards. It's not. That's me. It's only missing on the inside a control panel. Yeah, we forgot about the control panel with all the elements that we said we'd add. Let's just I don't want to add too many tiles. I do want it to look like a real control panel. We'll add a lever. That is a necessity. Maybe a few buttons to press. Look at that. This is looking complicated. Do we not have any printed part? I know we had the underside tile. Something like that. Thank you, Agata. Something like that for the control panel with that one hinge that remained, that we broke. We just popped it off the brick. Yeah. We didn't actually break it. And now every other brick in existence is going to need to come together to stand this up on the inside. We're pulling in the Technic bricks we didn't use. Let's use, I'm gonna have to stand up for this one as well. We're using the 1x6s with the holes in. Is that it? Yeah, we'll move them one back. We'll give some foot space. And then I'll try to show off. I like the way my head's just cut off and the ATRT is bordering on breaking through the screen. Just through the top. And then angle you back like that. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Can we get, I feel like there should be more levers and stuff. Oh, perfect idea. Cup holder. We need a cup holder in this. Clone Troopers should have cup holders in ATRTs. We should petition for that. Alongside like all the other rights they kind of don't have. Let me show you what this looks like before we put it in. And I'll try and give you a close-up of it after it goes in. Straighten that back out. There we go. Oh wait, the cup holder needs to be lower down. Do we need two cup holders? Because maybe they're left-handed, maybe they're right-handed. Thank you for hanging, Agata. May the bricks be with you. Maybe they're left-handed, maybe they're right-handed. And then we'll switch this out for... Could we raise it? Could we raise it? Could we raise it, get one more Technic brick in? Come on, 1 2x2 plate. All we need, 2x3 doesn't cut it this time. Or 2x2, I think that was. One 2x2 plate, maybe 2 studs, any colour. 2x4 will work. Because, do we have a 2x3 to be doing this with? I don't think we do. Is this all for not much? Yeah, I think so. Hey, maybe this will work. Does this go in better? 2 cup holders down there. Yeah, this works. And then it clips back onto the Technic pins we placed there earlier. We just need to patch up the center with the remainder of our tiles. Any 1x4 tiles will do. Let's pack them all on. Oh, we out. All right, tiles and plates. I think plates on top. Because we haven't gone too tile heavy with this build. We have stuck a lot of studs on it. There you go. There's the interior with the 2 bright red cup holders that should be able to easily fit a cup. And also, we've got a little space either side as well for more cups. You can add like 4 to 6 cups inside this build. You can never have too many cups of hot chocolate, maybe tea. I don't drink coffee when you're fighting off those clankers. And this is our UCS ATRT. Is there anything else that we can add besides a giant brick built clone trooper inside? We've got the back. Needed some wedge slopes for this, really. There's some 1x4s. Could we steal those? Because we've got the 1x3. Oh, you know what? That'd be perfect. They would actually be perfect, but that annoys me. That is so annoying how perfect they would be. We've got to do it. We've got to do it. We do have 10 minutes left. Let's do it. Let's pull apart the legs one last time, and we will replace it. What are we replacing it with? These tan elements, they'll go down. We do need more 1x2s. Oh, we do. Wait, studs. Do we have the studs for it? There's a 1x1. We said that we'd use this if there were 2. I don't think there are 2. R2D2. There's a 1x2. One more 1x2 is all we need. One more 1x2. It's coming down to the wire. The final push. 1x2. Show yourself. Where are ya? Oh, hold on a second. What we can do instead of using the slope is if we use 2 of these angles and then, all right, let me prove that there's enough elements. 2 of these 1x3s and then a basically 1x3, a 1x2 and a 1x1 on top on the studs. That will replace the 1x4 slopes. And another bit of movie magic to end off the stream. Oh wait, I didn't do the click. I should do the click. So we've got the slope and now I can go back to finding these pieces in my tub. This is a little cheating, but I have let you know what pieces I was going to replace. So I feel like that's fair. We might be cheating the only time this stream, we haven't done it before, but we're cheating legally, you know? There we go. I'll put that back in a second. And with these 2 bricks here and the grey brick we just made, let's switch around that plate and brick in the middle. This will just give us some depth to the back. It swings it out a little wider. Let's see if we like it. Get rid of the 1x3s as well. And then the final piece, and our survey says it's unwonky it. That looks better from the back. Now that we've got some sloped bricks, that looks better. As for the bags on the side, there's no real perfect way to do it. We don't have that many, actually, we don't really have any 1x2 pieces left. We have a brick here and there. Do we only have one of those? We have a few clips. We have two 1x2 clips. Oh, this could hold the weapon. Oh, this could hold a minifigure weapon as well. Thank you, Logan. Right, we've got some accessories on the top here. But to space this out with the... Oh, there's some 1x2s. Where did they come from? And then the bars behind it. This is a wrong colour. Oh, it's not a Lego one. It's not an old one. It's just not a Lego one. Let's replace that, get you out of here. Lego only, please. There we go. Okay. And then finishing it off with... I want a grand finale on the back here. Oh, you know what we could have done? No, could have. I think that might be all right. Finishing it off. What can we finish it off with? Finishing it off. Oh, I urge to put another brick there. We can put a brick down either side. Maybe that will, yes, there we go. We've just increased the bag load. That'll do. Finishing it off. Wow, that's something, isn't it? Imagine if Lego come out with a set that was this big, looked this good. That'd be a lot more money that we'd be spending. That's for sure. But to take one final look, don't worry about all of this on the desk. I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that afterwards. Slide that right out of sight. Oh, do I have the same one? We can at least get the same brick. I want to have some consistency on either side. Here is the massive UCS custom, Master Mouldie custom. You can see the green brick ATRT. This thing's actually nuts. This is one of my favorite rebuilds recently, and I will put this up there with the famed Kenobi Delta alternate build. The gunship's doing pretty well, and the Anakin Eater as well. Actually, I like the Ahsoka one myself, but you can see some of the details on the front. We've got that big triangle, even though it's in the grey colour. ATSTs aren't too colourful. The two stripes, the turret that does work, fires left and right. The head itself does spin quite a bit as well, as the fins on the side covering up that really nice, let's get an angle on that really nice leather chair, no doubt, with the controls and the multiple cup holders. You can fit at least 4 cups comfortably without worrying about them spilling, possibly more with the use of brackets, and then the antenna on the back used for communicating and everything else you could need, maybe watching YouTube videos on the go. Wow, we managed to do it, and to take a little look at it compared to the original set, my very first Lego set. Thanks for hanging, Bevel. May the bricks be with you. Enjoy. This is the LEGO Star Wars Clone Walker Battle Pack that inspired the whole build, and it's tiny. It's about 1/3 of the height, maybe more, of this ATRT. Not quite to scale with the upscaled Captain Rex, but about 2/3 of the way there. And I did say at the start of the stream that I would let you know what scale this is. So how tall is an ATRT meant to be? That's important to find out first. 3 meters. 3 meters. That's a very important number. Now we need the tape measure. Good thing I always know where that is, right? If it weren't there, we'd have been in trouble. And from the antenna, I think it was 3.2 including the antenna. So from the antenna, where, well, I guess the camera's slightly down, so let's put it at its real height. It is 40, that's 44. 44 centimeters tall, which, how does that compare to the ATST? ATST is, oh, I could have put in ATST height, couldn't I? That would have told me straight away. I wouldn't have had to wait for this page to load. The ATST is not telling me. It normally has it, maybe not for the ATST, maybe that's a new thing. The ATST is, drumroll please, 37 centimeters high. This is 7 centimeters taller than the ATST, but you don't want to know about that. You want to know how big it is to scale with a regular one at 3.2 meters. I think I've got that correctly. Yep. And then divide that by that. No, it's not 1:8 scale. That's, is it? If 145 is this big, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 45 divided by 5 is 9, this is telling me 8.6. This is 1:8 scale. Wait, so an ATRT is only 8 of these tall. 3 meters. That's not bad. 1:8 scale. Wow, that makes it so much better in my mind. I don't know why. It's 145 is even smaller than this. There's a 145 AT ACT. 145 AT RT is about this big, which is 3.2 meters in minifigure height. Minifigures themselves being 180 centimeters at 145 minifigure scale. And we also took a look at the arch, which I'm quite happy to. Yeah, the hinges make sense, it works because they meet in the middle and then you can hinge that middle brick. So, and the hinges will hide away a lot easier. Not to mention the Spiderman poly bag as well we built at the start of the stream. Oh, this thing's massive. 1:8 scale. That's lovely. Anyway, that is all for today's stream. Thank you all for chilling. Let me just make sure I haven't forgot anything. We will be going live on Monday talking about something very special. So I hope to see most of you there. And that is all for today's stream. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, may the bricks be with you always.